Hey, welcome back to the Métropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we have a new deck dive for you. We're playing in the Taboo format, and this is Snake Charmer, a Kymani Jones deck. Kymani Jones is a new rogue investigator that recently came out in the Scarlet Keys and very quickly jumped to the top of my favorite investigator list. Now, Kymani Jones has a pretty good starting stat line with 3-2-2-5. 3 willpower, mind you, is actually pretty rare when it comes to rogues who sometimes can struggle with the Mythos phase, but 5 agility is absolutely fantastic, specifically for an investigator that's very agility based. Now, evasion has always been kind of an interesting thing when it comes to Arkham. It's one of the 2 major ways to deal with enemies, but in terms of an enemy management strategy, it kind of has some issues with it. Inherently, you're just subduing enemies temporarily, and eventually your problems are going to come back and sometimes even just hunt you down. So I find Kymani so fascinating because Kymani takes evasion and actually makes it a very permanent solution to enemy management, akin to how Guardians can just blow through things with swords and guns. So Kymani's ability is very fascinating. We're going to skip the top part and jump to the reaction, which says, when you attempt to evade an exhausted non-elite enemy, you can add your intellect to the skill value for this attempt, and if you succeed by at least X, you get to discard that enemy. X is the enemy's remaining health. Now, our deck inherently doesn't have ways to lower health, but on its own, that stat we're testing at a minimum 7. Against a lot of enemies that have generally around 3 health is on average what you expect, we have to succeed by 3 on a 7, and that's actually kind of reasonable, as much as we're going to have so many ways in this deck to boost that stat. But that is incredibly powerful. We can find an exhausted enemy and we can get rid of it for a single action, almost regardless of how much health it has. That becomes a permanent solution to enemy management. As much as elites are going to be something we have to consider, that is an absolute different way to play an evasion-based deck. Now, of course, you can only invade an enemy that you're engaged with, so you're going to have to, in theory, spend clicks engaging already exhausted enemies, things that you're already good at doing, and that's the great part of this top line on Kymani's text. As a fast action, you can engage an exhausted enemy at your location, so you're actually not even spending extra clicks to do the kind of clumsy thing that your ability requires you to do. Now, this is the part that is genuinely quite embarrassing. I have played Kymani through 2 entire campaigns. I brought Kymani through the Scarlet Keys, through the Edge of the Earth, and had a fantastic time in both those scenarios. In fact, I think this deck is quite strong. However, some time has passed since then, and admittedly, when I sleeved up the deck for this video, I kind of forgot about this text. So in the upcoming scenarios you're going to see, I actually don't realize that text is there and have to actually spend actions engaging enemies. Now, you're going to see in the upcoming gameplay that obviously drastically has an impact on the power of Kymani and the sort of things you can get away with. But even with that being the case, even forgetting entirely that there's half of the text box on this, Kymani Jones still looks quite good. Again, pay attention in the upcoming games. The amount of turns that the extra action that I'm lacking is pretty meaningful in terms of the sort of things we can get away with. But again, the sky's the limit and already the floor is pretty high. I do have to reemphasize, I am pretty embarrassed that I only figured out this after I've edited together hours of gameplay. So unfortunately, that's where we're going to stand today. But that being said, we have an investigator who has very good evasion stats, and they can use those stats to get permanent enemy management through an evasion skill, which is absolutely very, very unique for this game and incredibly powerful. Speaking of powerful, let's talk about the deck building a bit. Kymani has interesting deck building options. Firstly, we can play all the rogue cards. We can also play tool cards, only cards level 0 to 4. For what it's worth, currently in the card pool, there are no level 5 tools, so we'll see what the future holds. And then we can play all the neutral cards we want. But very interestingly, at the bottom there, we start with 5 bonus experience. We've seen that on other investigators, and let me tell you, I think that's largely because Kymani has a smaller deck building options compared to other investigators. But I think this ability is quite powerful that extra 5 XP is by no means necessary. But boy, are we going to use it. And we're going to use it on one of my favorite Arkham cards of all time. Again, very new card, Underworld Market. Imagine there's a kind of scary man there behind a fence. This is Underworld Market. It's an exceptional card, so we're spending 4 XP on it. It's a permanent, so it starts in play, and it gives us extra 10 deck size. Now, deck size generally is not a great thing. You want as small and as consistent as a deck as possible, but that's okay. Because before drawing our opening hand, we can go through our deck and pick 10 illicit cards, shuffle them together to make something called the Underworld Market deck. Now, we're only playing 10 illicit cards in this deck. You could play more and then use this as a toolbox, so scenario by scenario, you can make interesting decisions, but we're just playing 10 cards, and that's always going to be our Underworld Market deck, and that's already a really good place to be. Now, if we want, at the start of each of our turns, we can reveal the top 2 cards of our Underworld Market deck, and we can pay 1 resource to draw one of those cards. Any of the cards that we chose not to draw, they get put on the bottom of the Underworld deck in our choice of order. So we're actually going to know every single card in that deck in 5 turns and when they're going to come up. This ability is just ludicrously good. And the fact that Kymani can start with this on scenario 0 is so important. Inherently in card games, there's always the tension of getting cards from your deck consistently into your hand and then onto your table. We have a deck of 32 cards, so trying to find cards in our opening hand, mulliganing for them is one of the most important things across, any Arkham Horror investigator. If you look at the numbers, say that there's 2 cards specifically we want in our every single opening hand. Maybe they're engine pieces, maybe they're the sort of things we want to do early in the game. Now, of course, our Underworld market can only be illicit cards, but let's look at the new card again, Thieves Kit. Thieves Kit is an asset, it's technically a tool, it's also illicit, that allows us to use our evade skill, our agility skill to go find clues and then also sometimes get paid. Imagine, in the early game, when there's not a lot of enemies on the table, this is one of the best things that Kymani can be doing early. This gives them something to do. So the question is, how consistently can we have Thieves Kit in any opening hand? We can look at those numbers by looking at a hypergeometric distribution. So say we have a deck size of about 31 cards. Again, weaknesses don't really count in this. We're trying to find 2 cards in our deck. We're sampling 5 cards, that's our opening hand, and we're looking for at least 1 success. So this number at the bottom, cumulative probability of X greater or equal to 1, is the number we care about. In 31 cards, and just an opening hand with no mulligan, we have about a 30% chance to find the card that we want to open with. Now, if we just full mulligan and go for 10 cards, again, without replacement, we just wipe our whole hand to draw again, we're having a 54% chance, a 55% chance, let's say, of opening with 1 copy of Thieves Kit, at least 1 copy of Thieves Kit. That's actually a pretty good number. Knowing that if you hard mulligan for one of your Thieves Kit, you're going to start with it in your opening hand in about more than half your games, that's a pretty good place to start. But this is where the numbers of the Underworld market get really, really attractive. So let's run this again. We have an Underworld market deck. It's 10 cards. Our number of successes, we have 2 Thieves Kit. By turn 1, we'll see only 2 cards and we're looking for at least one of them. Our chance of finding a Thieves Kit on turn 1 before we take a single action is 38%. Now, obviously that's less than 55, but what about if we wait for turn 2? By turn 2, we'll have seen 4 unique cards without replacement. The chance of having a Thieves Kit in our hand before we've taken a single action on turn 2 will be 66% chance. And that's kind of the power here of the Underworld market. It gives you the consistency so that any card that's inherent to your engine, as long as it's an illicit card, you can, I wouldn't say guarantee, but like by turn 3, we have about an 80% chance of having that in our hand, 86% chance. So if there's any single card, we're going to be finding it. And again, consistency is the key. If there's any card in our Underworld deck, by turn 5, we 100% find it. And that is so fascinating and allows us to take all these cards that are integral to our build. And as long as they're illicit, we're going to make sure that we're going to have all of them by turn 5. And then again, they'll come back up as soon as we know they're going to come back up. On top of that, because of the consistency of this deck too, it's also a very perfect spot for cards that we want by some point in the game, but we also don't want by turn 1. So how the deck works right now, we have 40 cards that's here, but the side deck contains all of the listed cards that also contain in our deck. So there's duplicates, and this is just so visually we can see what is currently in our illicit deck. And if you look here, let's look at a card here like Embezzled Treasure. Now, Embezzled Treasure, another new card from Scarlet Keys, allows you to offshore credits from now for the future that you can share with yourself and your friends in the next scenario. And this is the sort of card that you want to draw in every single game, but you don't want to draw on turn 1. And if this is in your deck, you also don't want to draw it on the last turn of the game. So having this being a card that you know you're definitely going to find by turn 5, but more realistically pull out of your Underworld market deck on like turn 7 is such a good spot for cards like this. And there's so many other cards like that. Liquid Courage, another illicit card, is a card you generally don't want on turn 1. You don't need a heal on turn 1, but you generally want to heal on turn 5 to turn 7. So getting this in your market deck and knowing when it's going to come back to the top is so important. And that's what we're doing with the Underworld market deck. We're filling this with engine pieces, with pieces we want early, and then everything else is cards that we want at some point in time. And we get an absurd amount of consistency from this, where we don't have to worry about the variance of drawing single cards in 30. We're seeing 2 a turn from 10, which means again, by turn 5, we're going to see everything. So let's talk about that side deck. We're playing 2 copies of Thieves Kit. Again, this is the way that we get clues in the early game. It's absolutely fantastic. We're also playing a single copy of Lockpicks, and let me tell you, I don't think I've ever pulled this from the deck. I think there are some flex slots we'll talk about that you can put in your Underworld market deck, but Lockpicks, the 0 XP version is not very great. I think I'd rather pull Thieves Kit anytime before that. The 1 XP version I do think is quite good. You could consider that for sure. We're playing 2 copies of Pickpocketing, another card that its value drastically balloons as soon as you sink a little bit of XP into it, but this is inherently a very powerful engine card in any evasion-based deck. So having access to this, again, guaranteed by at least turn 5 is absolutely phenomenal. Otherwise, we're playing 2 I'll Take That. It's a new card that came out in Scarlet Keys, and this card is so absurdly generous. You can only play it fast after you've evaded a humanoid or successfully investigated. And of course, in not every single scenario are there going to be humanoids to evade, but in every scenario, you'll be getting some amount of clues by investigating with your Thieves Kit. This then allows you to play any item for free, usually from your hand, reduced by the amount you succeed by. And we're very good at succeeding by a lot, as rogues are inherently with pretty good stats. So this card is phenomenal. It's also super generous that you don't have to play this until after the test has gone through and you know you've succeeded. So you can hold this until you've succeeded by a massive margin, or you can just tempo this out. Even if you get a card installed for -1 fast, that's generally good enough. Otherwise, everything in our deck is generally the stuff that we want to draw by some point in the game. The Embezzled Treasure, for sure. We have a single copy of Hidden Pocket, another really good card in the sort of things we want to draw by turn 5. We need a piece of clothing or armor for this to be good. It gives us an additional accessory or hand slot for illicit stuff that works so well with our deck. Hidden Pocket is phenomenal at the Underworld market. And that's our Underworld market deck. We'll be upgrading the cards in this, and I actually very value upgrading the listed cards because these are cards that we will be finding in every single matchup. I hate spending a lot of XP on a card that we might not even draw, and this is one of the safest places you can dump XP and know that you're going to get those sort of rewards. Now we start with 5 XP. Our 5th XP is going to be spent on a single copy of the Moon. Again, I think Kymani plays a lot like a lot of Mystics do, where the Mystics can use their willpower to do just about everything throughout other assets. Kymani can do that using evasion skill, agility, and the Moon boosts your agility. And how we talked that most of the cards that are integral to our build come in our Underworld market deck, we can very wantonly mulligan. We can really shoot for the Moon on any mulligan, and starting with 6 evade on turn 0 is massively powerful. And that's the basis of the deck. Again, our ability is phenomenal. Let's just talk about all the card inclusions really quickly. So starting at the assets, Grappling Hook. This is a Kymani card. It gives you some good flexibility. It gives you 2 actions to do 3 things, including evade, investigate, move, engage, all those sort of stuff. You can also use your evasion skill to use your agility skill. And not taking attacks of opportunity is also quite good. And I'll admit this card is a bit more flexible than I think it is, but as the campaign's generally gone on and the deck has more experience, I ended up generally cutting the Grappling Hook. Now, playing more pockets, it means you can play this a lot easier and you don't have to worry about the hand slot it takes up. A very powerful card and a very flexible card for sure. Otherwise here, we're playing Pocket Multi-Tool. This is one of the new customizable cards from Scarlet Keys. It's one of the few tools we're actually playing in our deck. Limit 1 per investigator, that's very important, and it gives you +1 to a skill test. On its own, that's not amazing. Hopefully you're playing this for free with I'll Take That, but the ways that we can customize this allow us to boost into our skills, and generally Kymani needs to succeed by massive margins, and this is a nice way to consistently get there. I don't think this card is that important for the list, but I wanted to play some of the new cards from Scarlet Keys when this deck came out, and this card does perform relatively well. We're playing 2 Lucky Cigarette Cases. Again, we're a rogue. We're going to be succeeding by large margins, considering we're already testing 7 on agility tests. Phenomenal card draw. Accessory slot is pretty tight, but again, with extra pockets, hopefully it's not the worst. We got 2 trench coats in here. This is our clothing for our pockets. It costs 3. Again, hopefully you get it down for free, and it gives you +1 on evasion attempts. Again, a lot of the stuff we do are evasion attempts. Watch out, this does not boost into your Thieves Kit, but this is also a bit of soak on damage. Now you'll notice here, we actually have no allies in the deck. So having a little bit of soak on this trench coat that you can actually trash and install the second one, cycle through your deck is good. It makes you pretty resilient to damage, but do watch out, this deck actually doesn't run any allies. I think that's something we can talk about right now. I think level 1 rogue allies, level 0 rogue allies are a bit kind of all over the place. I don't think there's any ally that inherently really helps this deck more than other cards we can play. I think maybe the most logical conclusion is kind of this very stable Leo DeLuca. 6 credits is a lot. You might value having a bit of Horror Soak on tap. Again, if you're playing with other investigators, they can play some sort of healing as much as we do have some Liquid Courage with us. But I found that Leo DeLuca is pretty expensive in the early game, and by the mid game when you are set up, you have other ways to get the sort of action compression that you really want that Leo never felt necessary as much as Leo is a luxury. So I think you actually can play this deck without Leo, but if you're not feeling very confident about your soak, if the Mythos deck is inherently a bit cruel in some certain campaigns, you might want to go out of your way to play an ally. I think Gregory Gry is also pretty reasonable as much as it's not necessary, but maybe we just want 2 Horror Soak for 3 resources. The last asset we have that's not illicit, I believe, is Stealth, and Stealth on 0 XP arguably doesn't need to be in the deck. This is a really strange card. It gives you an evasion attempt, giving the enemy -2, but then the enemy doesn't exhaust itself, which is kind of something you want with Kymani. But the strength of Stealth, is specifically Kymani's text, does not require an action to do the test itself. Kymani Jones' reaction to get rid of an enemy, to consult an enemy, you can do that on any evasion attempt you want. So you actually can use Stealth on top of the Kymani Jones ability. ability. So stealth turns out just to be a +2 boost basically on that test. And I think that's reasonable, but I think the big difference we'll see is once we upgrade stealth, we end up doing the same ability, but it becomes fast. And we end up getting an extra action every single turn to do a consulting ability, which is very much worth the influence. So I think you could probably play anything else in the slot, but you are going to definitely upgrade your stealth to level 3 stealth relatively soon in the campaign. In terms of the events, we got 2 daring maneuvers. Again, we need to succeed by large margins when consulting enemies. This is the sort of card you only play if and when you need it. The wild icon is okay, but again, we have to succeed by 3 health, by 4 health sometimes. So having this in your back pocket as the pseudo lucky is phenomenally powerful. We're playing a single copy of Ethereal Slip, probably should be running 2. This is one of the most fun Arkham Horror cards. It gives you flexibility to move enemies around and really be a security consultant, let alone just the fast travel on it sometimes is the most important thing, but just such a flexible and fun card. We're on 2 Faustian Bargain because we're playing Rogue and money is really good. Curse icons are obviously not amazing, but we do have good stats to boost. We're playing 2 copies of Honed Instinct as well. This is one of the new customizable cards, and it's actually quite consistent. We'll talk about how we upgrade this card, but we generally succeed a lot of tests by 3. Inherently, we want to go out of the way to do that, and getting an extra action for enemy management to move around is really nice for somebody who is inherently meant to be a security consultant and dealing with a lot of the enemies that are popping up on the table. We have 2 copies of Kicking the Hornet's Nest, another new Scarlet Keys card. Now this card does a lot for single action, gives you an enemy, which is something you kind of want to be doing. It gives you a clue, it gives you resources. That's all quite nice. A lot of your engine does fire off evading enemies, so getting an enemy consistently is a nice, powerful effect. But inherently, I also was playing this because Scarlet Keys, I'm not going to say more, but it's a really good card in that set. We have a single copy of Refine. This was new at the time. This allows us to get some check marks up on our customizable cards. We're playing a fair few customizable cards. I think inherently this card is very greedy, but I think we can get away with it. We have a lot of ways to generate extra actions as much as this one costs 2. And there are just some turns where there's no enemies about because you kind of consulted away everything. So this is the sort of turn where you want to slip in Refine. We're playing 2 copies of Sneak By, just a very basic card. Get the resources or commit this for the skill icons. And of course, Kymani's ability is a reaction, so you can actually use the Sneak By and then consult off of it. And finally, we have a single copy of Swift Reflexes. I've been pretty impressed by this. I think this is probably where a stealth can go. You can play 2 of these, 1 stealth in the early game. Just getting a free action is really good, particularly if you forget Kymani has a text box sometimes. And finally, we just have a pile of skills. Nothing too surprising here. Watch this, one of the best cards in the game. Get 3 resources at the same time that you're doing a very exciting test for the whole table. You're playing manual dexterity because of course we are. We have a nimble for some quick movement, which is nice. Otherwise, just the boost on this is good enough. We're going to be succeeding consistently by a lot, and 2 quick thinking for extra actions to deal with some enemies, move around the table, and because again, we forgot our text box. Again, there's some other options you have to build and work with this deck. I think the listed deck is really interesting too, the other options you can put in there. Originally, I played with 2 copies of Disguise in there. This is another new card from the Scarlet Keys, and I just never played it. I think the +2 stat boost is okay, but by no means necessary. So yeah, I honestly never pulled this out of my Underworld deck. You can play a single copy of Contraband. I think this is really nice if you're playing with other investigators that need ammo, but on your own, you can refill your Thieves Kit. So it's not too bad. And it's the sort of card you only pull if and when you need it. Otherwise, it'll just be there in your market. We didn't mention this too, but your Underworld Market deck, it's optional to look at the top 2 cards. So if you know the top card of your deck, because your Underworld Market is only 3 or 4 cards in the late game, you can leave them there to make sure that this card will always be there at the start of your turn, which is incredibly good. You can also play a single copy of Tennessee Saramash if you really want to. Maybe the Mythos phase is a bit difficult for you. I never found this to be necessary, but it's slotless and it gives you some extra willpower, which could be nice in certain campaigns, maybe like the Circle Undone. Now, 2, I was also going to recommend the Riot Whistle. This is, again, before I realized that Kymani has more of a text box that I forgot about, but on its own, I honestly don't think is the worst thing ever. This is a tool, which is quite nice, and with the pocket, we have an extra accessory slot. And using this to pull enemies off of people, because you get the free evade to engage exhausted enemies, but just to use this to like pull the enemies in is actually quite flexible for the person who wants to be doing a lot of enemy management. Now, how do you spend your XP? You got a lot of good options here. Again, we talked about upgrading our illicit deck. Now, Pickpocketing 2 is so nice. It's fast. So it basically straight goes from your Underworld Market to the table. Only play it when and if you need it. And then you're going to be succeeding on evasion attempts, generally by 2 or more. So you're going to be getting a card and a resource. This is not unique. You're going to be seeing in matchups, we're drawing 2, gaining 2 every single turn on top of our cigarette case. Stealth. This is the one you want to upgrade. Again, Kymani's ability doesn't take an action to do, so it works on a stealth. Again, you don't want to do the first evade, you want to do the second, the consulting evade with stealth, which gives you basically a free action a turn and makes your Kymani consulting ability a lot more consistent. I think upgrading Thieves Kit is also quite reasonable. It's a kind of a luxury. You can play upgraded lockpicks if you want to, but this gives you more resources, gives you higher boost into the shroud. It's quite nice as well. Now, allies, I think we can start playing allies at this point. I think Lola Santiago is just absurdly good in general, boosting both of the stats we care about and giving us the ability to offshore our immense amount of resources into just getting fast clues is phenomenal. And this is not the only option. Again, 5 XP. If you want to play Jeanne Beauregard, she is tabooed now, but she gives you huge stat boosts and the ability to move around enemies, which is phenomenal. And I've even played some versions of this that play Delilah O'Rourke. Now, the extra combat icon is a bit wasted on Kymani, but you like the stat boost, and this actually gives you ability to do fast damage. Whether you need that to loosen up an enemy so it's easy to consult them, that's kind of nice, but even just dealing with some enemies quickly that have low health, things like certain birds, is actually quite valuable. And this also gives you some damage output on even elite enemies, which is something that we're inherently not capable of doing. We also have all the customizable cards. We are playing Pocket Multi-Tool. Generally for this, I will go quickly into Signal Mirror, so we get a +2 stat boost on our evasions. You can do as well Pry Bar to give you a bit more of a boost, so you're getting 5 willpower in the Mythos phase, which is nice. And if you're feeling really philanthropic, Detachable is also reasonable if you're not playing solo. Honed Instinct too. A lot of good upgrade paths on this one. I think Killer Instinct is phenomenal, so that you get a free fast action when an enemy engages you. You want to be taking your actions then anyways. That's phenomenal. Sharpened Talent is a bit extra. I don't think it's necessary. Your stat boosts are pretty good, but Impulse Control is quite good because this becomes a very phenomenal card, and you actually, like a lot of rogues that are playing 2 pickpockets, you have a very good acceleration through your deck. I think Force of Habit is worth considering. 2 actions is nice, but you do actually cycle through your deck a lot, so I don't mind replaying the same Hone Instinct over and over again, but I think Force of Habit might make some sense. Now, coming up, we're playing Kymani specifically in Return to Forgotten Age. I think Forgotten Age is one of my favorite campaigns in general, and Kymani is just such a naturally good fit for Forgotten Age. Inherently, there's a lot of snakes, there's a lot of vengeance, so there's a lot of things that you don't want to deal with combat, and inherently, Kymani's ability discards enemies. So anything with the word vengeance, let alone the word victory, unfortunately, we actually don't interact with, because we don't defeat the enemy, we discard them. So you'll see Kymani is very favorable dealing with piles and piles of snakes. I don't think Kymani has really bad matchups otherwise across most of the campaigns. I think the worst by a mile maybe is actually Innsmouth, because a lot of the fish creatures do bad things when they engage you, and you have to generally engage them twice to get good value out of Kymani, so it kind of adds up pretty quickly. Now, I played Kymani solo, and I think this is actually a pretty reasonable solo deck. You can do most everything, but if you want to play with people, I played Kymani with 2 players, with 4 players, and I think Kymani, they find a very good niche regardless of what the composition is. If you do want to go out of your way to play some damage into the deck, which is something we're inherently not doing, I think there are ways to do it. I don't think it's the easiest thing to do. I think things like Sharpshooter, you can maybe look at it, as much as I'm not a big fan of this thing. I think you can also play like a single Lupara in maybe your Underworld market deck and pull it when and if you need it. Again, leave it on top of the market when you're kind of mostly through the game, and then get some stat boosts and do some burst damage. Maybe, again, we can't deal with elite monsters, so this helps. And finally, play the Ornate Bow. Maybe you get your Thieves Kit off on your hidden pockets and you can shoot some archery. And now that's this deck. I think this deck is so fun. I think Forgotten Age is probably one of the best spots that you can play Kymani Jones. I played Kymani in a lot of different campaigns and had huge success across the board. A really fun engine, is a very consistent engine, and once it's going, again, you're spending a single action sometimes to deal with enemies that have 4 up to 5 health in some ridiculous cases, which feels really, really great. Evasion as a permanent solution to deal with enemies is absolutely astounding, and it's a really fun thing to get working. That's this list. We have a couple games coming up. Shout out to Yasengrin, who played some games with us. Again, apologies that we forgot some of the Kymani text, obviously, but still, Kymani felt quite good even without all that stuff. Now, of course, liking this video, leaving a comment, subscribing to the channel, sharing this with a friend are all things that really help the channel grow, would be very appreciated. And of course, happy April Fools. Enjoy the games. All right. We're just about to jump into our first, this is the Untamed Wilds. This is the first scenario in Return to Forgotten Age. And of course, I'm joined by Jeff here, about to explore the jungle. How's it going, Jeff?
Going good.
We're about to dive in. So this is the Untamed Wilds. This is the first scenario we're doing Return to Forgotten Age. So Forgotten Age with a bit of a twist. And Jeff, you're playing Ursula, which is just an absolute fantastic investigator. Have you played Ursula before?
Only a little bit in solo, and built a real pile of cards for that one, so we'll see how this one goes.
Her ability is really great, on theme as well. You are the lead investigator for this, mind you, because you are an explorer. I think they forced that for the first couple scenarios, but we're diving in real quick just to set the theme or set the stage. You haven't played Return to Forgotten Age, let alone all of Forgotten Age yet, have you?
Yeah, I think I made it about halfway through and then just got picked up with other things in life. So
okay, That's cool. I think Forgotten Age is really, really cool. It got like a hard rap when it came out because it was like an unfair campaign. Bad things just happen to you. I'm really into it at this point in my Arkham career. I think it's one of the most flavorful and fun scenarios. So this one has a really easy setup. We're doing the return to rules. If I just hit this button here on GTS, it's going to make our exploration deck. I know I explained this to you. Maybe this is a surprise for people who haven't played Return to, but the exploration deck actually starts with no encounter cards in it. And every time you successfully explore, you add an encounter card. That's like the overall change in Return to, and I think it makes it a bit more exciting. But that should be it. Let's start here. Expedition to the Wild. Oh, I got to do my mulligan. I'll do that right after. I think that's technically incorrect. But your expedition has ventured far into the rainforests of southern Mexico in search of a forgotten Aztec city-state. What will you find when you head deeper into Untamed jungle? We have 6 dooms, so a couple turns there. And as an action, we can explore, draw the top card of the exploration deck, and if it's a connecting location, put it into play. So that's all we have here. Our act deck is pretty simple. Exploring the rainforest, today you depart from your camp in order to find the ruins Alejandro seeks, that is, if they even exist. Our objective is when the round ends, if we're at a non-campsite location, we can spend 6 clues as a group to advance. So that's when the round ends. That's an easy one to mess up. So that's after upkeep and all that. It just kind of happens. I'm going to do my mulligan real quick. I'm playing Kymani, as we probably talked about. I'm a huge fan of Kymani. Just a lot of efficiency, really good also to deal with snakes in a way that doesn't incur vengeance. Yeah, that seems good enough. Okay, I think we're off, man. Turn one. I guess this is where we're starting here. We start at our expedition camp. The camp is abuzz with both excitement and dread. Some members of the expedition team are setting up additional campus tents for supplies, while others are huddled around an incomplete map at the northern edge of the rainforest. No clues here, but as an action, you can resign if you're, feeling pretty brave. Otherwise, you can check your supplies. And if you have a map, look at the top 3 cards of the exploration deck, place 1 on the bottom, put the 2 on top in any other order. And it's worth knowing in Return to, I believe you can use that action at any location. It's not just the expedition camp. They wanted to really buff supplies in general because they didn't work out all the best sometimes in non-Return to. You thinking you going first or second? I don't know what your turn kind of looks like here.
My turn is, well, actually, if I could go second here, because I think my turn looks something like, throw down Milan and then go somewhere and then investigate. I can easily get investigate at 7, I think.
Cool.
Or 8. So, yeah.
Oh, real quick, just to jump in to look at the scenario card. We're looking right now. We have 2 skulls, I believe, which is the number of vengeance in the victory display, currently 0. And I think we have 1 fish face at the bottom. I don't know what people call that thing. -2. And if you're poisoned, you just fail instead. So we're currently not poisoned, but obviously that will change in time.
All right. I think I'll probably go first because I have a really nice natural first turn here. Okay. So I think I'm going to go with first action, throw down Dr. Milan. Love to see it. Second action, let's do an explore. Okay, so let's flip over the first card.
I think that one works.
Yep, that one works.
Okay,
so perfect. Cool. I'll just put that here, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess you get a free move to it as well, right?
I do. I get a free move to it. Now, I guess, because I forget actually if I have a fast timing window in here, it doesn't really matter, I guess, but
for the mag glass?
I guess it would. Yeah, to throw it on a magnifying glass.
You can do it mid-test. There are a lot of fast windows in the middle of test, if I'm not mistaken. So you're always going to get the boost as well. But right now, mag glass for +1. And you get a free investigate, right?
I get a free investigate. Let's just throw a perception. This is 3. I'm testing at 6. Actually, I might just let this one ride as is. Wait, what's the fail here?
Take a damage.
I can take a damage. Well, I'm going to take a damage here.
No, it's -2.
No, only -2.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Fantastic. All right, so that will also give me a resource from Dr. Milan, and I will pick up a clue.
Nice.
And I guess I just investigate again, right?
5-2. It's 5-2, right?
Yeah, it's 6-3.
6-3, just as good. Yeah, I think you're totally fine. There's one -5 in the bag, but whatever.
Whatever. I take a damage if that's the case, and that's a -0.
Yeah, perfect.
So
nice. That one's empty. We're gonna need 6 clues. I think you can explore from anywhere. I'm not actually convinced that you need to be at a place without clues. I guess we can check right quickly at the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just says draw the top card of the exploration deck. Sometimes in Forgotten Age, you can only explore at places that are empty, but for here, we can go from anywhere.
Yep.
Cool. All right. I guess it's me, huh?
Oh, we forgot to add the top card of the encounter deck in.
Yeah.
So let's just do that now.
Cool. So that's a big change. So this deck is going to like just about always stay at kind of a consistent deck size. Not always, because you can take the cards out. But yeah, it's only going to get worse more than it's going to get better. All right. So top of the turn, as Kymani, I get a really fun ability here. I spend 4 XP on this thing, but I have Underworld support. I'm a big fan of Underworld support. It's a permanent, kind of love permanence. And it says at the beginning of the turn, I have this 10 card deck and I get to look at the top 2 cards if I want. And I can add 1 to my hand. Now, all these cards are illicit, which is like a really fun subtype. Not so much because I'm playing weapons. Most of the guns in Rogue are illicit. But I'm going to pay 1 credit to add a Thieves' Kit to hand, which is fantastic as a way to get clues. And I'm going to bottom the other card. So that'll come up in, 4 or 5 turns? And so now for me, the question is, I can get some clues. I can get some exploring done. I think that's all quite fair. I don't think we're going to see any enemies right now unless they come on the top of the encounter deck. And if that's the case, I'll still be able to evade them. So I think that's quite okay. So I think I am actually going to go for the explorer. I need to find a green diamond or the red moon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start flipping some cards. That's it. That works. Cool. So
fantastic.
We get that down. That's a rope bridge. I get to move to this one. These like automatic connections are a new thing. I don't know if you've seen 3.0 version of the TTS Super Complete Edition.
I had not. This is pretty cool.
So when you attempt to explore while at rope bridge, test 2 agility. That's totally fine for Kymani. If you fail, you cancel exploration, you take 2 damage, you lose your remaining actions, and you end your turn. You also then just end up in the river canyon because you fall down. And that seems nice. I'm good agility, low shroud. I think I can deal with this. And 2 clues is not too bad whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to throw down. I have the Thieves' Kit here. So that'll come in for my second action. That costs 3. And then with Thieves' Kit, I can do an investigate using my agility. So that is 5 to, 2, right? And then from there, I just get a resource if I succeed. So I'm just going to do a pull, 5 to 2. Elder Sign, that is an automatic succeed, I think, if there's an exhausted enemy, but also still +1. So that'll be a clue and a credit. So I'll take that. All right. Yeah. And obviously I have to decrement that, but we'll get there. I also get a credit from that. Not so bad whatsoever. So that was my 3 actions: play, install. Okay. I think that's upkeep, right?
Yep.
So do card and credit. You actually hit this button. I've never hit that thing in the middle. I don't know if it has any impact on the game.
It has no impact on the game. I hit it because I was often playing solo and then getting up and going to do something and forgetting where I was. And so it was handy for me to remember where I was.
Super cool. I get that. Okay. Mythos phase is going to be our first doom. So we're going to put 1 of 6 in. You're the lead investigator. I'm going to make sure the encounter deck is shuffled. Do you want to just rip a card?
Let's rip a card. Best laid plans.
Barrel.
Ooh.
Oh, real quick. I forgot to shuffle the card into counter deck. Classic. Give me 1 second.
Oof. This is one of those ones where it's like, I'm sure there's like all the viewers at home are like, there's a correct answer here. And I'm like, I have not played enough Arkham to know 100%. I think I'm more okay with shuffling the top card of the encounter deck into the exploration deck because it's probably -1 action over time rather than 2 actions.
Yeah, this will be -4 on actions. Also, for what it's worth, we didn't talk about our equipment, but we both took some beans. You have a compass, binoculars, and chalk. I have, very flavorfully as Kymani, they brought their rope, as they do, but I also have a map. So if the encounter deck ever gets too bad, I can always use the map action to look at the top 3 and rearrange them. It's not great on click compression, but it's better than drawing like a bunch of counter cards for actions. So yeah, we'll take it. Did you shuffle 1 in? Yeah, nice.
I did. Yep.
Okay. Cool. Arrows from the trees. Take a damage plus additional damage for each ally asset you control. Each other investigator at an ancient location must also resolve this effect. Are you at an ancient? I don't think you are.
I'm not.
Okay. So I'll just take 1, no allies. That's pretty okay for an encounter card, I reckon. And we're back. What do you want?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Or do I go first so I can use the map so that you can explore a bit easier?
Up to you. If you feel like you have the action to spare, I wouldn't mind not failing an investigation here, but it's not the end of the world if I do.
Okay, so the way that I start, I'm going to start with my Underworld supply or Underworld market deck. So I look at the top 2. I got embezzled treasure and a hidden pocket. These are kind of cards for certain board states. I'm not excited. I don't have too much money yet, and the pocket only works if I have my coat, which I'll get down eventually. But we're going to bottom both of these. I think I can put the treasure on top of the hidden pocket. All right, so in terms of the shroud, we're looking at still 2. Okay, cool. So I'm looking at what are we at? We're at 5-2. I don't think I need to boost this at all. So we're just gonna do 5-2 here. That's a -2. So that's good. Get a clue. Obviously I have to decrement this. I get a credit. I succeeded by only 1, right? 5 -2. So it's 3-2. So I don't get my cigarettes. I have 1 action left. So I'm going to use the ability on the map. That's actually on base camp still. And it says, check your supplies if you have a map. Look at the top 3 cards of the exploration deck. Place 1 in the bottom and the other 2 in top in any order. Okay, I'm going to do that. Do you want to tell me which icons you're looking for the map?
Yeah, I'm looking for yellow circle, green. Oh, no, not yellow circle. Sorry. Green diamond, blue triangle, or brown squiggle.
Okay, I don't know if you see what I got here, but you're going to get blue triangle because there's an Ancient Evils in there. I'm going to bottom that, but as much as we basically always shuffle exploration deck, so that's going to come back up at some point. But you're good to go with a Trail of the Dead, 2 Shroud. After you investigate or explore while at the trail, check your supplies. If no one has binoculars, take a horror. It's victory though, so that's kind of cool.
And conveniently, I brought the binoculars. So
oh, sick! I forgot you had those. Okay, cool.
I brought a useful piece of gear so far.
Enjoy your chalk, yeah. That's all you meant.
All right. Gonna spend an action to explore and surprise. Trail of the Dead is that comes down.
Cool.
I move there, and then I will use my free investigate action. This is a Shroud 2.
Yes, and you're binoculared up, so you're good. Yeah, Victory 1, Shroud 2 is not bad. This is a return to location.
Let's see. I mean, I'm just gonna dual wield some magnifying glasses while we're here.
Double the vision.
Double the vision, why not, right? So this is going to be testing at 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 2. I hope I succeed this one. There we go.
Nice.
I honestly, I was so sad that Lucky Cigarettes was not a relic when building this deck. Okay, I got my credit from Milan, and then I'm going to go and do, as my second action, I'm going to investigate and grab the last clue from this location. Let's get that XP. Hey. And then, because I don't know what to do better, I'm going to draw a card from the top of my deck as my last action.
Drawing last click, we make fun of that, but that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, cool. We added a card into the counter deck, right? We should be at 5.
No, we should be at 6 because I had the peril that added 1 extra. So yes, I of course forgot to add it.
Okay, cool. So we added Explore card back, and that should be it. We're good for upkeep, right?
Think so.
Nice. I got like a whole hand of evasion stuff, and there's no enemies so far, but it's always only just a matter of time before snakes show up. Okay. Just as a quick check, because I do think after upkeep now at the end of the round, we can advance if we want to. So we are looking for 6 doom. We have 6 doom. Do we want to spend at the end of this round?
I mean, I always like advancing forward. We're
cool,
and I feel like we're actually decently set up. So let's do it.
All right, we're gonna spend 6. Let's flip this thing over. It's called The Natives. As you explore the dense jungle, you're suddenly confronted by several natives. At first glance, they appear to be warriors of an Aztec city-state, perhaps even the ones you seek. But how could they have survived undiscovered for this long? Even with Alejandro's notes, you are barely able to translate what the warriors say, only that they call you intruder and implore you to leave the jungle at once. You try to explain that you're searching for the Eztli, which causes them to murmur and debate among themselves. Finally, one of them speaks to you in rudimentary Spanish. Each Taka will know what to do with you, intruder. He blows on a decorated clay ocarina, producing a shrill note that echoes throughout the jungle. The warriors depart as suddenly as they arrive. Put the set-aside Ichitaka enemy into play at Ursula's location, shuffle and counter deck into the discard balance in the counter deck. Okay, cool. Ichitaka is like a big character in this thing. It's she's yours now. And I'll just shuffle back. It was only 2 cards in the discard
Wait,
pile.
Was it Ichitaka or was it was the set-aside Ichitaka? Oh, man.
No, you're fine. So this is Ichitaka. Victory 1 if you want to go for blood. She has alert and retaliate. Yeah. I think alert was a new keyword in this set. So basically it's like retaliate but for evasion. If you goof up in evasion, she hits you. But as an action, you can parlay to test 4 book to convince Ichitaka that you're not the enemy. And if you succeed, you put a clue on her from the bank. And if you fail and she's ready, she attacks you and she hits pretty hard on 2 damage. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Otherwise, the second act is Huntress of the Eztli. I don't trust him, Alejandro says as soon as the natives are out of earshot. It's worth noting because we skipped the prologue. Alejandro is like the expedition leader from what's it called? From Arkham that's coming with us. They mean to kill us, not aid us. If you think this Ichitaka is going to help us find the ruins, be my guest. But I refuse to follow where she leads. You can feel the discomfort and confusion in Alejandra's voice. You can attempt to speak with Ichitaka, or you can take Alejandra's advice and fight your way to ruins you seek. So are we just attacking the locals wantonly, or are we just going to kind of talk to them like people?
Well, given that I have a fight of 1 and you have a fight of 2, I suspect we're going to have to do some other ways around this.
Okay, so we just have to get 2 clues on her. So parlay twice is like totally reasonable, as much as the mag glasses don't actually help you because they're only for investigates, right?
Yeah, they don't, but I've got plenty of books in my deck, so I'm not too worried about it.
Speaking of plenty of books, let's see if we can use them. I guess we hit the Doom phase now. So we're on Doom, the Mythos phase. We're on Doom 2 of 6. You get the first rip.
Get the first rip. All right, Boa Constrictor. Fun.
Vengeance 2, 4-2-2, or sorry, 4-4-2. So kind of easy to evade. You're pretty good at evading. But if it attacks you, you're exhausted.
Hooray.
Oh, sorry, your exhausted cards don't ready.
Cards can't. Yeah. Well, that's probably okay given what my current board state. But I mean, ideally, it's really the enemy damage I don't really want here. So.
Yeah, I would love to be able to get to you really quickly to help you consult snakes. It's just we're kind of in different parts of a jungle.
Yeah. I think I've got some ways out. But
speaking of jungle, overgrowth attached to your location. It only can have 1, and I can't explore the attached location. I'm literally stuck. I have to backtrack unless I want to fall off the bridge. Test 4 fight to hack through the brush, or 4 book to find another route. If you succeed, discard overgrowth. I literally cannot deal with this. I have to go back through the jungle. I don't think there's a way for me to deal with that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, this is where we stand. What's the play?
Right. I think I'm going to try and go first. Dodge the boa, parlay, and probably fast walk out and try and do an explore potentially.
Okay. I think there's a chance to, like, you can just you just have to parlay her twice, and that advances the act. I don't know if that's going to like deal with the snake. I really doubt it's going to, but yeah, if you don't move, the snake is still just going to be on you next turn.
I have to dodge the snake first though, right? Because parlay would be a provoking attack of opportunity.
No, actually, parlay is like one of the 3 things. I think it's 3 or 4 things that you can always do without attack opportunity.
Sick. Okay, cool. I'm going to start parlaying, putting a perception down. So that I'm testing 7 versus 4. We make it.
That's 1.
And
you
then
get your card draw too, eh?
Oh, I get my card draw. Yes, I'm probably just committing that. It's probably my least valuable book here to get to 6 versus 4, which is probably going to be enough.
Nailed it.
It is fantastic.
I think that's enough. So yeah, let's read what happens when that happens. So it says if Ichitaka has 2 clues on her display, put it in the victory display in advance. Okay. In the victory display, does she have victory or vengeance or anything?
She has victory 1.
Okay, cool.
Just grabbing all the XP for us. When are you going to start doing stuff, Andre? Really?
At some point. Ichitaka's response.
You got to a bridge, stuck in some bushes, and
I don't have my machete. So she has 2 clues on her. So she says, assumedly, interesting. You're not simply here to shed blood, Ichitaka says with a spark of wonder in her voice, and you're stunned to hear her speaking in perfect English. Remember that Ichitaka is leading the way. Add a cultist token to the bag for the remainder of the campaign. Shuffle to set aside 3 ruins locations into exploration deck and advance to Act 3A, search for the ruins. Do you want to add the cultist? I'll do the locations.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I shuffled into 3 ancient locations. There's now 9 cards in the exploration deck, and it's totally worth noting we've added 1 cultist. X is the number of locations in play, max 5. So we already start with a -5, and like just a turn, it's going to be another -5. So yeah, the counter bag in Forgotten Age, I think was actually the scarier encounter bag on standard from most other scenarios at this point in time in Arkham.
That's spicy. All right, I guess I've got 1 action left.
Oh, so actually, real quick. We just got to read the new act.
Oh, yes, we do, don't we?
Search for the ruins. If I cannot dissuade you, so be it. Follow me, and I will lead you to the place you seek. But heed my warning. Disturb the ruins at your own risk. They've remained hidden for a reason. Alejandra warily keeps a safe distance from Ichitaka as she shows you the way. So each Eztli Guardian enemy cannot attack or be attacked, and ignore the effects on each arrows from the tree treachery. So that's the one that just pings you for damage. We haven't seen any Eztli Guardians yet. Our objective is investigators at the ruins of Eztli can spend the requisite 6 clues as a group to advance, and it's not at the end of the round, so it's whenever we want.
Cool.
Sick.
All right. Well, I gotta finish up some stuff here. I think I'm gonna start. Let's see. 4 versus 2. I can't get I can't beat the -5, so I just have to not draw it here. So we're gonna try and evade, and we do.
That's really good.
Okay, well that saves me having to play a card.
That's cool.
So I can evade the snake, and we're just gonna move back up to the Path of Thorns.
Awesome. And I think that's your turn, right? So what is our overall plan? Because we're looking for the ruins. We don't know what icons the ruins are, but we're looking for icons we haven't seen yet. So I do think I might want to backtrack to the camp. Unfortunately, the camp has both of its locations in play, so I'm probably gonna have to meet up with you. And then from there, we can explore from the Path of Thorns, I guess. Maybe look for that like tilde kind of shape.
I think that makes sense.
Okay. So it is up to me. I gotta do my my crime deck first. So we get a look at the top two. I'll take that as one of my favorite cards. This card is just absurdly good. There's so much text on it and everything is just like free value. Basically, after you invade a humanoid, which doesn't happen that often, or successfully evade, you get a fast play an asset, reducing its cost by whatever you succeed by, which is just free. Cool. So I pay 1 for that. Pickpocket's obviously really good, but we haven't seen a lot of enemies so far. And we're off. So I need to come back to you, right? I don't think there's any way around it.
Yeah, I think it's it's either you can maybe just move and spend 2 actions, or just try and do the explorer, or you could use the map. I don't know if if you have setup to do. This also seems like a good turn for it.
Yeah, I think I might just do 1, 2, and then set up. I don't want to explore last turn because we've added a fair few cards to the deck, and like if I get a snake last turn, get poisoned like that.
Yeah, that seems brutal.
That can't be good. So I think I just set up. By setup, I honestly don't have much to do here. Like I can explore for no reason with Thieves Kit. That feels pretty underwhelming. I think I just take a credit. Like there's a chance I explore with Thieves Kit just to get a credit and just so I'll take that out like an item. Like how weird is that? And maybe draw with the lucky cigarette case. Does that sound reasonable? It's like on the cusp of being reasonable.
I mean, I think that's not bad. Like, yes, your Thieves Kit's limited use, but I've also got my entire clue engine up on turn 1. So like you can do you can be more enemy management. So
all right, I gotta go for it. So I'm with Thieves Kit. Use a charge, of course. We're 5 to 3. I think I'm gonna commit a Honed Instinct just to get a boost there because it can maybe be a card draw. So 6 to 3. -2. So I only succeed by 1. So I get a clue with Thieves Kit. And then I guess I succeed by 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I'll take that. Fast, play when you successfully investigate, play an item asset from your hand, reducing its cost by X, where X is the amount you succeed by. So I'll just play a trench coat, reducing the cost by 1. Nice. Good enough. There'll be enemies, I reckon, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you can now use that to help investigate. So it's all, oh no, it's just during evasion. Never mind.
Yeah, just during evasion, unfortunately. Cool. So the boa constrictor wakes up. We're going to be constantly running away from it unless I run in to try and get rid of it. I actually could have done that. No, I'm a click short, but I'm definitely going to try and get rid of the snake. And then I guess we get our upkeep. Okay, cool. All right, Doom.
This is not a terrible draw.
We're at 3 of 6, halfway. I guess you get the first rip.
First rip. Voice of the Jungle.
I love this
End of your turn. If you did not successfully explore this turn, take a horror. And I can test to discard it.
Cool. So this is just to check to make sure we're on the same page. Are you aware that other investigators can do the actions on cards in your...
Yes.
So we can help each other. Not that we're either very good at willpower. You're definitely... Oh no, we're both 3. That's like reasonable.
Yeah.
Not great.
I've got like guts in hand, so I'm pretty happy to deal with this one.
Snakebite, test 3 agility. If you fail, you must either deal 5 damage to an ally asset. Can't do that, so I have to take 1 direct and get poisoned. I'm going to avoid that at all costs. So I'm just going to boost into this. I don't want to get poisoned. I'm currently 5 to 3 because trench coat doesn't help, and I'm going to do 7 to 3. Boosting to 7 to 3 is like not great because there's not even a -4. It just beats the I think 1 -3. That's probably not worth it. Oh, there is a -4 because there's 4 locations. I'm going to do it. Whatever. Sorry, this one. 7 to 3. Shit.
Oof.
Okay. So I take 1 there and I'm now poisoned. Poison is not like an inherent Arkham thing. There's just a card in this set. It's a weakness that says poison. You just put it in your player area. You can't get rid of it on your own. There's ways to get rid of it with medicine. We don't have medicine. You didn't bring medicine, did you?
No. because we weren't going to get poisoned.
We decided not to get poisoned. This doesn't do anything to you, but it's worth knowing now that one of Fish Face, the calamari, now is an auto fail, so that's okay. We'll work with that.
It's fine. 2 auto fails. There's 15 tokens in the bag.
Doesn't happen all the time.
Draw them.
So we have an interesting choice here, right? Like the Path of Thorns. From here, there's 2 locations we can find. We can find Green Diamond, or we can find Tilda. We also have this Boa Constrictor. I can also go and like deal with the Boa Constrictor, ideally, like Kymani consult it, or I can use the map first. I reckon I probably should use the map first, and then based off of that, figure out what my turn is, and then maybe you follow that up.
Sure. I mean, like, yeah, I have a pretty natural. If you really want to deal with this Boa Constrictor, in theory, no. Okay, if you want to go and do the exploring first, that's fine. But like, explore works really well with me because I'm obviously like getting all that action economy, and I have the weakness that says if I did not take a successful explorer, I'm going to take a horror.
Oh, you have to explore. I thought you just had to move. Oh, you have to explore. Okay, that's wild.
Yeah, I have to explore successfully. That said, like, I have enough movement that if you want to go first, and like if we can somehow set up the deck to get 2 explorers, like.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty reasonable, and I'm fine. I'm personally more okay with like, I don't mind having enemies chase us because we're going to be pretty mobile in this scenario. I think.
Yeah, we're good at getting away. I'm worried that I'm gonna go out of my way to try and get Kymani value more than it is value, just like to do something cool with it. But like Kymani's really good. I just haven't drawn any enemies, so maybe I'll do map, explore, and then maybe map again, depending on what comes up.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay. Let's start with the map. So that's going to be a look at the top 3. We know we have Ancient Evils in here. Oh, there's a Creeping Poison in here as well. We did find a Temple of the Fang, though. 2 Shroud, 3 clues. It gets +1 Shroud for each Vengeance point, so it's only 2 Shroud, 3 clues. I feel like that's really good. The other one we have is Ruins of the Eztli. I think that's the important one that we care about, and we just want to remember that it has the hourglass shape on it.
Yeah.
How do we get to hourglass? Do we actually have anything that cares about it?
I haven't seen anything that mentions hourglass, does it? Oh,
this one.
Okay. Well, that's certainly suggestive of some correct lines for us. Okay. I forget what the map action does. But the other 2 on top in any order.
Oh, it's 2 on top? I only did 1 on top.
Place 1 on the bottom and the other 2 on top in any order.
So we messed that up. I did 1 on the top, but like we shuffle on successful anyway, so it doesn't actually impact anything if I'm not mistaken. So I will put obviously Poison on the bottom, and then I'll put this on the top. It's going to get shuffled, and I'll put Temple of the Fang.
Well, okay, hold on. Yeah. Here's a weird one. Do we want to do it the other way?
So that we just go from here?
So I would explore from the Path of Thorns. Well, okay, explore from the Path of Thorns is maybe not the best, but you could come down here and deal with the Boa Constrictor and then have an explorer set up for the next time we want to explore.
The only thing I'm worried about is like we need to get to that temple and we need to have 6 clues, right? So it's our goal is go to the Ruins of Eztli. If we just go straight to the Ruins of Eztli, I don't know if there's enough clues on it. Oh, there is. We just have to empty it. Yeah, that's doable.
Oh, does it actually have all the clues we need? No, I would need to pick up the clues from Fang as well.
No, it has exactly. Oh, you're right. It has only 4, not 6. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I do think we have to go here, right?
Yeah. I guess if we explore the route, let's see. You have 2 actions left?
Yeah.
So move. If I move you for free, can you dodge the Boa Constrictor and then explore?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can't move you for free because shortcut says only during my turn.
Your turn? Yeah, right.
Bummer. Okay. Then maybe, I don't know, whichever ordering makes sense for you.
If you see on the bottom of the Temple of the Fang too, it has this like double equals. And I think the double equals is also an ancient. I might be wrong though. It might just be from a different set altogether.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is victory too. It's fine. It's just, it's the tricky thing is like, I either need to explore or I need to spend an action dealing with Voice of the Jungle. And like, we're close enough.
You just take a horror though, no?
Yeah, that's true. I can just soak it. That's fine.
Yeah. You got Milan. You'll be healthy.
I'll be plenty healthy.
Okay, so I'll put the Fang on the top. So I'm going to actually explore, right?
Yep.
Okay, so second action, I get this into play. Oh, it's connected to the temp. Do we know that? Okay, so this is really interesting because this does not differentiate one-way connections. Wait, is it a one-way connection? No, it's two-way.
I think it is. Oh, yeah. The tilde is on the Path of Thorns as well. Okay.
So we have a snake problem.
Okay, we do have a small snake problem now.
All right. I need to figure out how to get another action if we want to deal with the snake, and I think that might be a bit difficult for us. I forgot they were connected, but we're here. That's good. So how do I deal with the snake? Oh, I was meant to do my Underworld support market deck. I'm just gonna say I forgot that because I can't do that after. So how do I deal with the snake? I can get an action back if I'm really lucky. So, but then I'm spending an action to get an action back, so that doesn't actually make a lot of sense. Ugh.
So okay.
Do you want to go and invade the snake then while I work on Clues' turn?
I mean, that is a funny inversion of our normal dynamic.
Yeah.
But I guess it's probably correct. Yeah, I think that's
just can't do it, right? Because you can like move, evade, and then move, and then Ursula's still at the temple.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's try that. So here, I'm going to investigate using my Thieves Kit. It's 5-2. I don't really have a reason to boost, so I'm just going to do 5-2. -5. Sick turn. That's me.
Okay. I'm going to... You're just a magnet for those -5s. I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
Snake engages. We're then going to evade said snake.
So you're 4-2, yeah.
4-2. I have nothing I particularly want to... Oh, I could have done this a different way.
Do not.
Okay, we're gonna unwind a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. First, I'm gonna play my Disc of Intezuma.
Nice.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make my move.
There you go.
And then I'm going to discard my Disc of Intezuma.
You're thinking of the upgraded one. This is only when it spawns.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, what a useless card. Why did I put this in my deck? Because Andre told me I need to put relics in my relic deck. That's really about level 2, like XP based relics. Okay, so we're just gonna pull from the bag.
Mm-hmm. You're 4-2 right now. See. Boosting 1, there's I think 1 -3.
Let's do it. I don't think I'm using the Seeking Answers thing.
Nice.
Good thing I committed the 1, because this would have really messed up my turn otherwise. Okay, and then for my last action, I'm going to explore.
Are you going for Explorer? Oh, wait. We have to shuffle the deck. We forgot to add the thing again. We keep doing this.
Oh, shoot. Yeah,
it's not going to be on the top, right?
Okay, so maybe I don't do that then.
Did you add a card?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You can always like come to me and get the free investigate. That's like just as good.
Yeah, it's just as good.
So it's just 2 Shroud.
Yeah.
7-2. Yeah, you get your Milan dollar. Like I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine. And I didn't pay my disc, so I actually get those $3 back.
Oh yeah, the disc, right? I guess you take a horror because you didn't explore.
That's correct.
Cool. You can throw it on Milan if you want. I don't know how you value. I always make my allies hurt before myself.
I usually I forget why.
Depends
there
on
was
the
some scenario where I got there was some scenario where it's like, oh, all your allies take 1 horror, and it's like, no, I needed that ally, and it's like, whereas like 1 out of my 7, I don't mind too much. But
cool. I think
either way.
We got upkeep here, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm getting some very useful cards, and what are we at now? Okay, enemies are up. We're at 4 of 6. It's worth noting there is ancient evils in the encounter deck, let alone also we know that they exist in the what's it called, in the exploration deck. So like we could advance at just about any moment from this point on. What do you got?
Yeah. Let's find out. I guess I drew the most useless card in my deck, which is of course my signature card. But we get Resentful Wilds. Take 1 horror and attach Resentful Wilds to the nearest location without a copy of Resentful Wilds attached. After you successfully explore attached location, attach Resentful Wild to the victory display.
So like Vengeance 1 isn't great. It's also not the worst. But if otherwise we need to end up exploring from Trail of the Dead, which is like totally doable as much as there's a snake there.
Yeah.
Did you take the horror?
I did not yet.
Cool.
Now I have.
All right. Nice. Got a snake. It's a pit viper. After it deals damage to you from its attack, if you are unpoisoned, be poisoned. Luckily, if you have nothing to lose, they can't hurt you anymore. That being said, I will try and deal with this enemy. I can get rid of it permanently, but also the snake isn't hunter. So if we end up just like, leaving, we don't have to worry about the snake. I don't think there's anything that makes the snakes catch up with you, but I'm excited to be wrong about that. Okay. From here, we got a whole bunch of options as we normally do. So we know the place that we want to get is at the sort of the tilde sign, or sorry, the hourglass sign. So that's attached, like accessible by the Trail of the Dead. We have a snake on us, which is my problem. And we have a boa over there. So like if I go first, there's a chance I evade my snake, move over there, evade the boa. And like that could be good enough for a turn. If I get an extra action, I might be able to like remove or consult the boa, which would be a nice way to get rid of it. And that gives you like actions to get the clue there and then come to me and maybe explore from where we are. I think that's an option.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird turn for you where it's like evade, move, evade or something. But
yeah, but like rogue stuff, right?
yeah, it's true. It's the way we're going to handle enemies throughout this entire campaign, I expect. So
yeah, until we run into a boss and realize we have no damage whatsoever that has the word elite on it, or yeah, I think we'll be okay. But I reckon that's a start, right? Like one clue, you're set up for that, and we have to explore.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
Cool. I could also like end up tanking this pit viper just to start taking the damage, which I don't think matters that much considering I'm already poisoned. But let's evade. Okay.
Yeah.
Start with the market.
The trench coat. You've got so much HP.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we got lockpicks and liquid courage. I don't need any of these. Those are just kind of the cards that end up in your illicit deck in the early game. And they're good at some points, but you're not really excited to draw them all the time. Okay, I'm going to try and get an extra action back with quick thinking. So I'm going to commit quick thinking. So I'm at 5, 6, 7 altogether. I'm going to actually hit this button to increment this standard because it doesn't, the trench coat, I'm not going to do that actually because it's not a flat boost. It's like a conditional boost.
Yeah.
So we're 7 to 3. If I succeed by 2 or more, I get an action back, which is pretty good. I'm going to play. I don't even know. I don't think I play sneak by. I think I commit sneak by. But I think I commit sneak by on a later test. 7 to 3 is really good. I don't need to succeed by a lot here. Actually, I kind of do. 7 to 3. So that's 6, 5 to 3. So I succeed by 2. So I get an action back.
Yep.
The pit viper is going to be evaded, which is sick. And I can cigarettes. Nice. Best card in the game.
Nice.
Okay, so I still 3 actions. I am not using my action clicker like you are, which like mad respect. First I'll move. Then I'll evade this big old snake. I'm gonna do 6 to 2. That's a -4, right? Oh no, it's a -5 now, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so that one is -1 for each location we have up to 5. So that unfortunately I fail. I don't think I have a way to cheat into that. So that's just a fail. Ugh. I guess the snake is going to be around for a bit. So I'll do again 6 to 2. I will. Yeah, I think I'll do 6 to 2. I don't need more.
Oof.
Your turn.
Okay.
I've been hitting so many -5s. I had ways to boost too. I'm like, this is not going to happen. But hey, that's Arkham, I guess.
It's fine. I mean, it's barely any damage as well. So yeah, it's fine.
Just a scratch.
Okay. We're going to explore or try and clue and actually fail, I think, because I'm at 7 versus. Fail? Oh, no. I actually succeed on a -5.
Yeah. We have no vengeance.
I'm 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Good things come from being peaceful, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to move.
Okay. Welcome to the trail.
Then
it's random off the top. If you draw the one of, we know there's one Ancient Evils in there. We just advance, which like we're going to advance anyways. It doesn't lose us the game, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I could instead just put my disc down. That's like not the worst.
Yeah. I think the disc is like reasonable. So this is the 0 XP one, right? Yeah. So this is the one that just...
Yeah, it's the 0 XP one. So this is pretty worthless. But if I was going to put Dr. Ellie in the deck, I was like, well, I should have at least a couple of targets before I get any XP.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the horror from Voice of the Jungle.
Okay.
And I think that's my turn.
So I get constricted. So this is after attacks you do not ready your cards. So I have to remember to not ready a lucky cigarette case. It hits me for 1 and 1. I'll put 1 on the coat, take 1 to my head. And then we'll do upkeep.
Make sure to read. Oh, it did.
Yeah. No, I did it. Yeah. It did not.
No. Oh, finally I found a deduction. Let's go.
Easy clues. That's going to be good because we have to empty out the other place, hopefully relatively quickly. Yeah. Okay. We're at 5 of 6. So a lot of people refer to this as the witching hour. Doom doesn't matter until we draw an Ancient Evils. Then Doom obviously very, very much matters. And again, you're the lead. What do you got?
Yeah, let's find out.
This has rules.
This matters.
Yeah, I think we just ignore the text on it. Let me double check, but I know now because the Eztli are working with us, we're not actually worried about these guardians.
Yeah, they cannot attack or be attacked, and they just kind of hang out here.
Sick. So like we didn't draw an encounter card. That so rarely happens in Arkham where it's just like a dead draw.
Yeah.
I do think we have to still spawn this at an empty location though. So we have to put it back at like the
Oh,
Thorns.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is a really flavorful card. I wish there were more enemies like this in the game that didn't interact exactly on the normal normal means of Arkham. This one actually attacks in like indirect ways. It's really cool. Pharaoh, you must either lose 2 actions to shuffle the top card. I'm going to shuffle the top 2 card. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle the top card in the counter deck. That's fine. Okay, so the deck has 10 in it. Not great. We're looking for 1 in 10. Ideally, we see 3 of them with the map, but it is what it is. And we are here. Yep. This is the witching hour, so we're definitely going to advance. I don't remember what happens when you advance on this one. Probably isn't that bad. Oh, this Pit Viper's awake, but I don't think that matters. So what are we thinking?
I'm wondering if you want to go first, try and consult the snake, and then do some mapping.
Yeah.
Off the top of the deck.
That seems totally fair. Okay. So Underworld, market. What do you buy?
Wait, does Underworld? Oh yeah, Underworld doesn't tap. Okay.
So I'm gonna get the Pickpocket. It's fast. So this one isn't fast. I forgot about that.
This one isn't fast. Yes, Pickpocket is terrible at level.
It's not good. Yeah, the upgraded one is so good. So I'm not gonna take any of those cards. And I'm just gonna talk to a snake. It's 5-2. So there's a bunch of -5s in the bag. That's really hard if I'm trying to rely on my consulting ability, which is like it'd be like succeed by 4 on this, as much as I do get a big boost. But I'm just going to boost. I feel bad. I'm going to throw out a stealth. That puts me at 6-2. There is no -4, so that actually is useless. So I'll do 7-2 on Ethereal Slip. It's a bit expensive, but we have the ending in sight. -3, succeed by 2. I don't get my cigarettes because they're still exhausted because the snake squoze them. And I think I'm exploring now, right? With map, I mean, I'm mapping.
Yeah, up to you. If you want to gamble, but I feel like mapping is maybe more actually slightly better here.
With 10, I'll maps. Okay, so we look at the top 3. It's a snake, it's poison, and it's River Canyon. So we got to put 2 on top. So the River Canyon, when you draw it, because it's not a legal target,
you just put 2 on the bottom, and River Canyon is also
it is a legal target
for us.
Okay, so it's 2 on top. So that means, do we want to draw the River Canyon, or do we want to draw I guess we want to draw the River Canyon, don't we? It's better than an enemy.
I think it is probably better than an enemy. It's not super great for us, but like it doesn't do anything for us, right?
No one has a canteen. Not that we need the healing. The art on this one's really good with the helmet floating and the ore.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that. That's nice. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put the.
It doesn't really matter which I put on bottom. And the canyon on the on top.
Okay, so if you want to explore, you can, and then I guess I'll try and consult the snake. So at this point, I can try and consult the snake. Unfortunately for me, I have to engage the snake. I'm so used to having an upgraded stealth where I get a free evade on an evaded enemy. So that's actually 2 more actions for me. So I don't think I'm able to get rid of the snake, because to evade an enemy, you have to be engaged with it, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not very good. So I think I might just move 1. Is that worth exploring 1? I could map 1 more, but we only see an additional card. That doesn't seem great.
It doesn't seem great, probably because we'll be doing a shuffle if we pull anything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird because it's like exploring is not that good for us here, but also it feels like the easiest. Like we have to find some way away from this boa for now because we can't consult it.
Yeah, we can't consult it. The boa will hunt to us anyways. And the problem is with the location that we're seeing, it's not attached to Hourglass. So if we end up going to the canyon or whatever it was called, the river, like we still have to come back. Like we have to still go on like a little bit of a trek. So I think we probably do stay here.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's not unreasonable. And like we won't get attacked. So some kind I don't know if you have any setup you can really do here, but.
No, I think I might just map again to see 1 more card. As like inefficient as it is. It's like better than anything else I'm doing.
Yep.
Okay. So we know this. We know a snake, and then we're looking for. Oh, it's there.
Okay, draw like a god.
Just draw good. That makes up for the icons. Okay, so I'll put that on top. I guess.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing you there.
That makes my turn nice and easy. Cool. Well, I guess I'll start with an explorer and see what we could possibly get. And here we go. The ruins of Eztli. Eztli? I don't know.
It's been saying Eztli.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Eztli. Okay.
So after you fail a skill test while investigating here, you draw the top card and counter deck. That's obviously a really bad punishment, as much as Victory 2 is obviously sick. Mind you, we do have the victory from Trail of the Dead. So just don't mess it up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm testing at 7. Let's test at 8 versus 3 with the
For 2 clues?
deduction.
Nice.
2 clues. And it's just literally auto fail or bust. So auto fail time. Okay.
Nice.
So grab 2 clues with my free investigate.
All right, so that's half of the Eztli ruins down. So we only have 2 more. You've explored, which is nice. That was your free action too, right?
That was my free action. So I have 2 actions left. So I think we're gonna investigate again. Cool. No, I guess like it doesn't hurt to boost at this point.
You're boosting around -5s, and there's 2 -5s in the bag, so maybe it's worth.
Yeah, sure. Let's put Jake in as just a boost.
Yeah, that's Jake's job.
Didn't need it. Yeah.
Good.
Jake's just a +2 on investigates. That's what he's in. A fancy skill. And we'll go wild against the 5s, and we fail. So I draw the top card of the encounter deck.
Cool. What do you get?
Ancient Evils.
That's always what happens. Okay. So that makes us advance slightly before we were meant to advance. It's like, whatever. We did actually lose any action. Oh, no, we lose a whole turn. But yeah, okay. So we advance right away, and this can cause the current agenda to advance. Normally, it only checks at the Mythos phase, but like, here we go. So we hit 5, or we hit 6, excuse me. And so we got to read the back of this one. That's really great. The Serpent's Attack. After hours of exploration and futile attempts to map out the wilds, you're convinced something is watching your progress, stalking your every move. The shapes of large serpentine creatures slither in the brush all around you. You try to back away, but the creatures have completely surrounded, hissing at you from all sides. Suddenly, several shapes emerge from the brush, human-sized creatures with the bodies of serpents and arms wielding spears and jagged knives. The creatures are savage, attacking you fiercely. Somehow you manage to flee to safety, though the sensation that you're being watched remains. Although you survived the encounter, you're confronted with a stark reality. This place is home to creatures beyond your understanding. Shuffle encounter and discard pile, and the set-aside agents of Yig encounter set into the encounter deck. Okay, cool. So I don't actually know. Are you still holding Ancient Evils when we advance here? Or is it in the discard pile?
I don't know. I assumed it would go in the discard pile, but
yeah. Let's just say Grim Rule whenever you don't know how to do it. That's what we do. But we get some more snake people in here, and this goes back in. Okay. Also, each investigator tests 3 willpower. Each investigator who fails performs the following in any order. If you're poisoned, take a damage in horror, and if you're not, become poisoned. I think yours is a bit more of an exciting test here. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I will commit a guts.
5 to 3.
Let's try and guts our way out.
I can't boost you. We're not together. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I feel like we're very close to the end. Let's just cover the -3 at least. So this is a 6 to 3.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
We made it. I draw a card.
Oh
well.
He's gonna hit you too, which is great because we drew him right before the counter phase. So
that's
detective
funny.
Is a basic random weakness. So while it's in your location, your box is blank. He's just a 3/2/2, and he's very easy to consult. So that's fine. I'm 3 to 3 here. I don't think I'm gonna boost. The damage and horror like doesn't matter when we're like spitting distance.
Yeah.
All right. Easy. Damn. They're good. Okay. Here we go. And so now we just advance. This is the final agenda. So it says intruders, and it says what was once excitement has turned to dread. This place is far deadlier than you could have imagined. It is as though the jungle itself wants you out. As an action, you can explore the exact same tasks, and we have 9 doomed to advance. So we have a lot of time to find, what is it, like 1 clue?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can fail a couple of times here.
Yeah, we can mess it up. Speaking about messing up, I guess the stubborn detective takes a swat at you, huh?
Yeah, sure does. I'm just going to take it on the chin.
Yeah, that's fine. Just 1 damage. And for me, I have nothing. I'm poisoned, and we get to do upkeep, and we're good to
go. Yep. Boa Constrictor engages with you, right?
Yeah, it wakes up, and it's on me. Cool. So, good old Boa. And then that's it. What'd you get?
I got my rabbi.
Yeah.
But I've also drawn, I've seen, well, no, I guess I saw 1 search effect so far, but I swear this deck does have them.
Are you playing all 3 astoundings?
I am. I'm assuming I'm going to cut them over time, but
yeah, I don't know. If you have good search effects, like obviously free money is.
I think I have.
Really good.
Yeah, I think I've got like 3 or 4 different search effects right now. So yeah,
practice is so good. Okay.
Yeah, between practice and LA, I can do a lot of search. So I was hoping to thin them out.
So we're 1 and 9, fresh deck, 19 encounter deck cards. I thought it'd be more than that. And we have a bunch of snake enemies added into here, let alone everything was added back. What do you got?
Yep. Let's find out. Arrows from the trees. This does nothing. Wow, I'm getting two draws in a row that do nothing. That's fantastic.
I'm getting a snake enemy. It's a Brood, a Yig. It's Hunter. It's 2/3/2. It gets +1 fight for each vengeance point in the victory display. So this was like the classic Yig enemy throughout all of TFA. That's fine. I have a bunch of evading to do. I think there's a chance that you might have to deal with the cop on your own, or the detective, excuse me.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
Should I go first, or should you go first?
Okay, if I go first, do we just end the scenario?
Yeah, what does it say? Does it say investigators as a whole, or is it just somebody has to spend only investigate the
ruins? Only investigators at the ruins.
And you have all of our clues, right?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I do have all of our clues. So I can just win the scenario here, unless you feel like... And there's no XP for you to grab on either of these, so it seems actually kind of worth it.
Yeah, let's see. XP, like we get victory 2, victory 1. We've got the whole Temple of the Fang emptied. We're doing really good on victory, honestly.
1, 2, 3. I mean... I forgot to check if the bottom of the canyon had XP. That would be the only other reason to have gone there. I don't think it did.
Yeah.
I would, because it's like we're so ahead. I'm like, is there any other XP we can squeeze out of the scenario?
I have like 1 copy of Refine in my deck, which is like 1 in 21, and I also am going to be drawing into my what's it called, the card that lets you put credits on there, or resources, so you can have the resources next game.
Yeah, because I'm like,
if I have a lot of time.
Yeah, it's because if we can get to 5, I think I can put both of my key cards into the next thing. So it's almost like, yeah, I think maybe I just want to, if you don't mind, stalling it out for a turn or two. That seems...
Yeah, you know, in Slay the Spire, when you have that card that when you defeat something, it gives you permanent health, and then you're just like stalling for a couple turns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool. All right. I'll go first then, if that's okay.
Yeah, seems good.
Cool, because if I mess it up, you could always help me out.
Yeah.
All right. Underworld. I'll take that. This is the one I was talking about, Embezzle Treasure, so I can start offloading money, which I think is exactly what I want to do if I have nothing else worth doing. So I'll pay 1 to add that to my hand. I bought him. I'll take that. Okay. Let's start doing some consulting. So I'm going to evade the Brood of Yig first. So with Trenchcoat, I'm 6-2. Again, I've been hit by -5s, but Gambler's Fallacy, that can't happen again, right? Good. So that's 1 good evade. So that thing's not on me. This one's also, that one is Hunter. So that's the one I will consult. Oh, actually, they're both Hunter. Shit. 5-2, I pulled -2, so I can draw with Sig. Okay, I drew a tarot card. Love to see it. Then I'll do this boa, 6-2 as well. Nice. Okay, so I have 1 action left, which means I can't, if I engage, that's all I'm doing. So this is really ugly. I just don't have enough actions to consult.
I wonder...
I think I might just treasure.
When enemies re-engage, yeah, because I could try and end there so that I pick up one of these enemies so that you can actually do your consulting next turn.
Yeah,
this
and you
won't
can
do anything.
No, you can evade them for free, right?
Oh no, but spawn is when they spawn. Yeah.
Okay.
But like, if I take Yig, I can fairly easily, like 2 I can dodge. Actually, I can dodge either of them easily, so it's not a huge deal.
So I'll stay here for a second. I'll play an Embezzle Treasure. And this says fast exhaust, move up to 2 resources. So I'm going to move 2. I think this is a resource counter. Oh, that works too, though. So it's 2 resources. Let me just add one of these instead. I like these new counters a heck of a lot.
Yeah, they seem quite nice.
And I think I'm just going to end my turn here.
Okay. I have to do let's start with some evading.
Okay.
+1.
Oh, you got it? Sorry, that was off camera.
Yeah.
You got +1?
Oh, apologies. Yeah, I got
No, you're good. Okay, cool. It's evaded. So this place is still 3 Shroud, and if you mess it up, you get an encounter card.
Okay. Well, we'll go 8 to 3.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I put that in the wrong place again.
No, you're good. Nice.
All right. Succeeded. Got the final clue.
Yeah. Get your resource too.
Get my resource as well. Thank you. I like this. I keep having... Did I forget to pay for the disc? I think I must have forgotten to pay for the disc. I shouldn't have this much money.
Okay.
I'm just going to pay for the disc potentially a second time. Viewers can...
Sometimes you just have Milan credits. You have Milan credits and you look at it and be like, wait, I shouldn't have this much money. And it's like, yeah, that's what Milan does. We're, by the way, playing Taboo. So Milan is exhausting if you're not familiar with this one.
Yeah. So I could shortcut and try and explore, but that seems a little bit silly. I could just walk up though, which I think is what we talked about doing, and it's fine.
Yeah, I think that's nice that we hang out together because then we can separate the enemies if we need to.
Yeah, I'll take a horror from Voice of the Jungle. I've still got 4 left after that, plus the Milan, so I'm not too worried.
Okay. That's all?
That's it.
Okay, which enemies do you want? This guy wakes up. He's Hunter, bearer only, means he'll never engage me unless I engage him. And do you want the Boa or the Brute? They're both 2.
I don't particularly care.
Good choice.
I'll take the Boa because if we somehow really mess up, his downside's pretty minor. To me, at least.
Card and credit? All right, I got a card that can give me another action. That's pretty good.
Right.
Okay. 2 of 9. Again, we have Ancient Evils, and you go first.
Okay. I mean, we want XP. I'm actually I guess no, we're gonna keep loading up that deck.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no way we're going back into the jungle. There's like 11 cards in here, 10 cards, excuse me. I wonder if we forgot to add one at one point. I don't know. Maybe. There's always a chance. All right, Curse of Yig.
Oh, yeah, I think we might have off of the ruins. Yeah.
Yeah, woof. Put Curse of Yig to play into your threat area. I get -1 fight, health, and the Serpent trait. That trait doesn't matter. It's so frustrating if you ever play TFA. I don't think that ever comes up on anything, which is such a fun trait to have. Test 2 willpower to get rid of this, +1 difficulty for each vengeance point. So if I ever want to get my health and fight back, I don't think I care. Otherwise, I am a snake person. So sick.
Sick.
All right. We got some evasion to do, and at any point we can just check out. I think at this point I'm trying to draw into refine, which is like 1 in 19. Maybe I can get more money on the treasure, but like we probably could just piece out here. I don't know if you feel strong.
Yeah, I think the idea was like, oh, maybe we could find another victory scenario in the deck because we're pretty quick to deal with those. But
let me go first because then I can use the map. And if we find victory, then we pursue it. If not, we can just leave.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so
I've got first. 2 shortcuts, so I'm flying around the map at this point.
Super cool. Okay, perfect. I'm 5 to 2 on the snake. Sorry, 6 to 2 on the snake. I'll play sneak by. I don't think we need consult. So I get to do an evade, but gain 2 resources. So I'm at 6 to 2. I don't get the icons because it's an event, not a skill. All right, that's good. 6 to 2 is evaded. I get SIGs. Shit. Agent Fletcher. Alert. Hunter, Kymani Jones only. When Kymani Jones is evading Agent Fletcher, reduce your book to 0. Now that doesn't inherently matter unless you're trying to consult Agent Fletcher, which like I'm not gonna do. Oh, I forgot to look at my deck too, man. What a mess. That's fine. First game. Okay. So I have to now deal with Fletch. So Agent Fletcher. I'm gonna go again. 6 to 3 on this one. Seems good enough. Skull is -0.
I think.
Yeah, that's vengeance, so we're totally fine on that. So got him. I'm going to pay 2 resources for swift reflexes. If I'm not mistaken, it just says take another action.
That's wild.
That's how Rogue works. Money solves all issues, and I'm into that. So I have 2 actions left. I'll spend one of my actions just doing the map ability. So I'm going to look at the top 3 of the deck. We're looking for a victory.
If you want to just engage and consult, I guess it's also like we can just walk out at any point.
Yeah, so you can leave without me.
That's true.
What are the location icons we're looking for attached to our location right now?
So let's see. We've got is red square out? Yeah, it is. So actually, I think we hit all of the locations. This was maybe a bit of a silly plan from our end.
I think there's one more, right? Like Tilda's here.
Oh, so the river canyon we can hit, which we did.
But it doesn't have XP, so like whatever.
It doesn't have XP, but it's like so it's like if we could go to the river canyon and then try and find another location that's got victory on it. But like 1 more XP is like such a big deal because it lets me get both the red clock and my.
Oh, you're planning out your route. Okay, I see.
I'm planning out my build route. Yeah, so 1 more XP makes a huge difference for my deck.
I think if there is XP on another card, it'll be the last, The last ruins, which like, it's going to be a while to find that.
It certainly will be. Yeah. So maybe I just have to suck it up and not play a fun deck next round. Not as fun.
You'll get there eventually.
Not as fun. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Wow.
I got another action. I'm just going to walk out. That's all you.
Okay. I guess I will walk down and end the scenario.
Okay. So that would be this up here, which is just spend 6 clues. Only investigators at ruins can spend the requisite clues. So right click and we get discovery of a lifetime. I love these full art cards. They show up like very sparingly, especially this one, which actually doesn't matter. You just see it and then move on. But I love it that we get to see what the Eztli ruins look like. What we have found is beyond your wildest expectations. Despite their supposed age, the ruins appear to be preserved in time. Several aspects of the architecture are strangely futuristic. You set out to investigate at once. Resolution 1. Nice. I got a campaign guide. We'll just read the resolution 1 real quick. Resolution 1. It was July 2nd, 1925. It was a Thursday. Somehow, after much toil and many hours of exploration, we found the ruins that Alejandro sought, that we scarcely could have been ready for what we encountered in the wilds of the jungle. The rainforest was guarded by unfathomable horrors, serpentine creatures driven by anger and hate. They hunted us relentlessly, wielding primitive weaponry and communicating in sharp hisses. We come to their territory and we call them hateful. I feel like that's a bit much.
Bit colonialist.
Yeah. Perhaps just as deadly were the human natives of the rainforest. They appeared to be Aztec warriors as far as dress and speech were concerned. Despite the conquering of the Aztec people hundreds of years ago, these warriors somehow survived. How they managed to remain undiscovered this long is beyond us. The warrior named Ichitaka was particularly intriguing. We were able to defuse the initial encounter with her, and surprisingly, she helped guide us through the jungle, only to disappear mysteriously when we reached the ruins. I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of her. Alejandro did not agree with our decision to trust the Eztli warriors. He's decided to stay at camp until further notice, disturbed as he is by their presence. I thought he would be excited to learn more about them, but I expect this discovery defies even his broad-minded theories. I suppose he has a right to be distrustful. Nothing about this expedition makes sense. We have cleared a route to what Alejandro believes is the main temple of the ruins. There is little time to rest. The serpent creature seems intent on stopping us, so we cannot tarry any longer than necessary. Soon, we will enter the ruins to see what secrets they hide. All right, record that investigators cleared a path to the Eztli ruins. We actually should write this down. Normally, I use the Arkham Cards app. I don't know if you do when you play, but otherwise, we're going to go over here and just write it down. Actually, do you want to write into campaign notes while I read it out?
Sure.
All right, so we also have to record in a campaign log that Alejandro chose to remain at camp, and you do not add Vela to any investigator's deck. That's fine. In your campaign log, record that the investigators have earned Ichitaka's trust. All right, and then for each vengeance point in the victory display, record 1 tally mark under Yig's fury. It says, beware the anger of the father of serpents. Okay, we have no vengeance though, so that's totally fine. And we have how much XP? We have 1 from Ichitaka herself. And then from the table, we have, I think, 2 or 4 from temples and then 1 from the Trail of the Dead. So we have 6, right? That's what you wanted,
1 from
right?
Trail of the Dead, 2 from ruins, 2 from Fang, and then 1. Oh, fantastic. I think 6 is correct because I think Red Clock 2 is exceptional. So it's 4 and then 1 on the. Oh, wait. Did I only need 5? I'm good at counting.
It's okay. You can't be upset you find out you have too much XP. Okay, I think we forgot in the last round that I could have used the embezzled treasure before we ended. So we have 2 more resources on embezzled treasure. So that means we can start, because it divides it by 2, that we can have 3 extra resources across investigators. I'm not sure when you get the money, whether you're meant to see your opening mulligan first or not. I'm just going to check the card to see what the text is.
Yeah, let's check the card text first, because that does. After mulligan is much better.
Yeah, so it says, so this should have had 6 on it if I'm not mistaken. When you resign or the game ends, for every 2 resources on it, an investigator of your choice begins the next scenario of the campaign with additional resources in the resource pool.
So it's at the end of the scenario, yeah.
But we begin, wait, when you resign for every 2 resources. Okay, so we have to choose it when the scenario ends. So I'll take 2, you take 1?
Sure.
Nice. Okay,
yeah, my deck's fairly low econ, but yeah.
Like
fairly low econ need, I should say.
Okay. You scared me for a second. I was like, do you want all of it? Okay. On that note, welcome. This is the second one. This is called The Doom of Eztli. So this is part 2 of the core box. Again, Return to Forgotten Age. And we've entered the temple. We're diving in. Our setup is pretty straightforward. And we just got some cards here to do. Before we read up any of these agendas or acts, I believe we're meant to do our mulligan. So good luck.
This seems good.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my favorite card in the whole game. Watch this. And then just mulligan 4. Okay, I have a Faustian bargain if you need more money, by the way.
I'm probably all set. like I technically need 2 more money, but I probably just make that through burning the midnight oil.
Cool. Are you slamming Horowitz on turn 1?
I should think
Anti-Milan
about it.
technology? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's in theory though. It finds me the red clock, which is pretty solid.
Yeah. Actually, do you want to talk about your upgrades real quick?
Oh yeah. So my upgrades were pretty straightforward or pretty simple. Basically, I grabbed a relic hunter so I can have 2 relics out. Now I actually we're probably not showing deck lists. I then cut both of the relics I had, so I don't actually need this yet, but I'll need it soon enough.
Yeah. There's a chance.
Or I need it because I drew Horowitz before I drew Milan. I don't actually need the relic hunter, but maybe that should be a charisma instead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, right? There's a chance that you have 2 allies that are competing. Want to just retcon it?
Yeah, we'll just retcon this.
Okay.
This is
here. I can get you one. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if I do the editing perfectly, yeah, there you go. It's a charisma. Immediate change. That probably makes more sense. Okay, cool. Is that it? Cool. I think it's clock and charisma. Because you got 2 extra, right? You're on 8 XP.
It's clock, charisma, and then also I grabbed segment of onyx.
Oh, right on. Yeah, that's kind of what your deck is.
So, yeah. So the goal of the deck eventually is to also then add probably Arlandes. Twine, so that I can move secrets around. There is a version of this that you could do with Eldritch Sophist, but like that card is pretty bad otherwise, or it doesn't do much otherwise. And I figured I should only have 1 bad ally in my deck rather than 2.
Yo, Horowitz is cool. I take offense.
Horowitz is definitely neat. So yeah. Horowitz will let me, I can play, search the top 9. Decent chance of finding my 1 of red clock. Not amazing, but if I miss, I'll probably hit a segment of onyx, which is also a relic that I can get down.
Oh yeah.
And then as I add more relics, I can add more relics later, and that can work. And there's a couple of astounding revelations in there for econ and a couple of extra secret placements so that my Pendant of the Queen, before I get the whole engine up and running, can get a couple extra charges. Because this game I can't actually... I don't have infinite charges on Pendant of the Queen, but that will be soon enough. So.
Yeah. This is the mutated version too. So once it's done, it's done. It's not like you can like scavenge it or do any of the recursion nonsense go through your deck. So cool. On my side, I had 6 XP, so it's a bit less than you. I upgraded my 2 pickpockets. I think that's it. They're way better when they're fast because you don't play them until they're going to work. I was on the cusp of playing an upgraded stealth, which I think just kind of gives you a free action a turn if you're doing the really cool Kymani stuff. Unfortunately, like the Kymani ability hasn't triggered yet, which I think is just a bit awkward, a bit unfortunate with our setup. And then I just had 2 extra XP left over. I just increased my signal mirror on the pocket multi-tool. If you haven't seen these are customizable cards, so they're kind of feel like Gloomhaven stickers, or you can just like choose how to upgrade your cards, and it upgrades all copies. So I spend 2 XP to upgrade 2 cards in my deck, which feels good. As much as +1 stat boost is like mediocre, but Kymani does need to succeed by a lot for rogue stuff, let alone Kymani's ability. Cool. All right, we're off. Agenda 1A, something stirs. Despite Ichitaka's warnings, you've entered the ruins of the temple in search of ancient knowledge and artifacts. This agenda gets an additional per investigator doom threshold, so it's technically 8 with an asterisk. They don't do this enough. I think you only see this every once in a while, and there's certain scenarios where you don't need it, right? Because you scale up with the amount of actions, but I don't know. I always love when the balance seems to be attuned to the player count directly. Forced. When this agenda advances, do not remove doom from each location in play. So normally, and this is an easy rule to forget if you're like a newer player, is that generally when you advance the agenda, you clear all doom from play. So not only the doom that's accruing on the agenda, but doom on enemies, on player cards, everything. This one says no. So we want to avoid putting doom on locations, at least by all costs. Act 1-8, Into the Ruins. After your hellish journey through the jungle, the quiet solitude of the temple ruins sows paranoia in your mind. Serpent eyes glares at you from the darkness. Every drop of water and fallen pebble causes you to whirl about in search of danger. But the real danger is yet to come. As an action, we can explore. It doesn't care about the map. Draw the top card of the exploration deck. If it's a connecting location, put into play and move to it. We just need 6 clues to advance. It doesn't have to be at one location, just 6 clues altogether. And our exploration deck, I think, is like 7 cards right now. And again, because we're doing return to, I don't think there's any encounter cards in there yet, but we'll add them every time we successfully explore, as long as we remember to do so. Whoops. And then We have our encounter cards. So our bag should have one cultist in it, one fish face, skulls, 2 of them. It's -1, but -3 if there's doom on your location. This so far bag seems a bit easier. A cultist is -X. X is the number of locations with doom on them. Again, recurring theme. And fish faces reveal another chaos token. If you fail, place 1 doom on your location. The worst the bag now has is a -5. There is no -4s yet. So there's a big jump between -3 and the single -5. So that should be it.
Cool.
We start here on the entryway, rearranged by time. The sun sets over the temple ruins, bathing the stone in warm light. The sound of rainforests are distant by the time you cross underneath the painted entryway. Inside, the halls are plunged into darkness. We got 2 shroud, 2 clues. This is a new return to version of this card. You've escaped for now. Check your supplies as an action. If you have torches, none of us have torches. Look at the top 2 cards of the exploration deck. Discard 1 treachery or enemy looked at by this effect. Shuffle the exploration deck. This ability can be used at any location. So this one had the text where you can use it anywhere. Unfortunately, the map didn't, which they fixed and returned to, but we're not going to be able to use that. That's us. What do you want to do?
I think I'd like to go first because if I can get the free explorer, I have a pretty fun turn.
Okay, cool.
Or the guaranteed explorer, I should say.
Yeah, right on. All right, I'm cool with that.
Cool. So I'm going to first click, put down the Grim Memoir.
I really like this card. This is a new card from the new set. And it's good. It's a nice card draw. As much as it's not like click compression for clues, it's click compression for everything else you want to do.
Yeah. I'm going to go for the maximally greedy version and also put down field work.
Nice.
And then, I guess I'm a click short, but this is fine.
You get a free investigate if you move, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to explore.
Okay, so what are we looking for? We need square, diamond, or star.
So this is not square, diamond, or star, so I keep exploring.
Yep. No good.
And
wait, that's a diamond. That's a diamond. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, check out this. I'm going to remember to do the thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
We're all pros.
Okay.
Oh, this has no clues. I guess I can still investigate, but Shroud 9.
Check your supplies. If you have the key of Eztli, search the exploration deck and all set aside cards for Chamber of Time. I don't think I've seen this card before, and put it into play. If it's Act 1A, skip directly to Act 2A. For the remainder of this act, sealed passage is connected to the Chamber of Time and vice versa. That's really cool. Obviously, we don't have the key of Eztli, whatever that is, but that is a really cool card that allows you to bypass a lot of like connection stuff.
Okay, well, my turn's no longer exciting, but that's okay.
Do you want to free investigate with fieldwork? No, fieldwork actually doesn't even work. You need a clue, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's me.
And oh man, would that actually give me that? I could potentially investigate that +9 plausibly there. That's hilarious. Yeah, not really plausibly, I guess, but anyway, yeah. That's my turn.
Okay. So I get Underworld Market. Let's just make sure I shuffle that up. So 2 cards. We have our Embezzled Treasure and Lockpicks. Lockpicks is a card. The level 1 lockpicks or level 0 lockpicks is like pretty underwhelming. I want to draw into my my kit before I want to draw into lockpicks. So I'm going to bottom both of those.
You're not just going to take the treasure to hold on to it.
Nah, it'll come up before the end of this scenario. And generally I need to get my econ rolling before anything else. Okay.
That's your bargain. That's your econ.
Yeah, it's such a good card. Yeah, I have like 7 credits, so I don't even need any of this. I could give you 5 if you want. I don't know if you need it.
I don't particularly need it. Do I have to be at the same location? No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so don't even bother for now. I would say we can hold it, and then if we decide we need the econ later, we should be all set.
Okay. So all my cards, none of them actually do anything on the table, so I'm just going to continue exploring. The question is, do we want to explore from the entryway, or do we want to explore deeper from the sealed passage?
I think they actually... Oh, yeah, the only one I have is Yellow Circle,
which is
the only unique one.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So it's the same thing, so I would just save yourself the action.
So for the sake of it, I'm going to put it sideways because I think we have to go like deep into the temple, and these seem to be like parallel.
Sounds good. I was
let's
trying to
match
thing. the reference. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't come with the game, mind you. This is made for the mod, and it's super, super useful. But technically, like, you're not meant to know this going into it.
Cheating.
Yeah.
But
all right, I'm going to explore. So I'm looking for red diamond and for star. No, mosaic chamber heart. I generally don't like reading the text on the ones that aren't the ones that we're looking for. There's a throne room, fair. And we have the grand chamber. It has a damn stargate in it. All right, shuffled one in. We're getting better. So I get a move here. So this is interesting. 2 shroud, 2 clues. Vengeance 1 is really interesting. It works exactly like victory. If there's no clues here, the vengeance is just considered to be in the victory display. As an action, check your supplies. If you have a map, I do, and there are no clues on Grand Chamber, not yet. For the remainder of the scenario and its resolution, Grand Chamber loses vengeance and gains victory 1. Whoa. These are all the cool return 2 cards. Yeah, that's actually really sick. I wish I had my lockpicks here. Unfortunately, I don't. So I'm not very good at even investigating a 2 shroud. So I think I'm just going to draw through my deck a bit. I have 2 more actions.
Seems fair.
Yeah, I'll draw a second. That ain't it. I'll draw again. That ain't it. Card and credit.
All right.
No enemy phase. All right, that's good. Did you get anything cool?
Sick. I got the red clock.
Oh man, imagine you got that for Ellie. But yeah, no, that's totally
I know.
fine.
Imagine if I got that out for free. Wild.
Wild. Okay, cool. Doom, we're at 1 of 6 plus 2, so at 8, and you're still the lead investigator because of forced narrative reasons. That's all you meant.
Yep. Oh, this is why actually Relic Hunter was better than Ellie, but this is not a big deal.
No, but you just Ellie your next accessory, right?
Except my next accessory is the segment of Onyx. So my Pendant of Queen's gonna have to come in and take over one of the slots.
Oh, that's really bad. That's fine.
That's it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. You had the right idea going into this.
All right. Peril Surge. Revelation. Place 1 Doom at your location or place Ancestral Fear in the victory display.
So for those who don't know, I can't say anything. It's Peril.
Yeah. Man, losing a turn is so bad. I'm trying to remember how bad Vengeance 1 is. We're going to take Vengeance 1 here.
Okay. So that's added to the victory display. That's up here. So we have Vengeance 1 rolling. It has Surge, though, so you still have to keep going.
Yeah. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. For each card in your hand that matches one of the discarded cards by title, discard that hand from your card and lose 1 action.
This is so bad for the Onyx pieces.
Fortunately, I have no Onyx pieces in hand.
Yeah. Double Rabbi, Jake. Practice, hate to see it. And Burning. So that's only 1 hit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I lose the Burning. And an action. Well, that was my econ that I was going to play, but that's fine. I actually just lost all of the econ out of my deck. That's hilarious.
All right, 1 action down. None of your combo got disrupted, which is pretty good. All right, final mistake. God, the art is great. Test 2 agility, love it. This test gets +1 difficulty for each Doom on your location. If you fail, take 2 damage. That's a lot. Do we dare follow in his footsteps? I will follow in my own footsteps. I'm going to do 5 to 2. I'm just going to like goof around with more money. So I'm going to do Watch This. Love this card. I'm going to commit all the money to it. So I committed 3. So if I succeed by 1 against 6. So I'm 6 because you still get the icons to 2. I have to succeed by 1. Good. So I make 6 resources.
So I'm going to ask why you didn't take that offload money for next game thing now. And I'll let you explain that.
I thought I was going to play cards, but yeah, I know you're right. It would have been fine.
No, it's all good.
All right. So we're here. I have easy clues for you to get, and I kind of want you to empty this before I go because I have the map, and I want to map this before we leave.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Okay.
Should be all you.
Should be all me. Well, fortunately, I still get to take a 3-action turn, so I'll move, take a free investigate. I'm trying to think if I want to use my Grim War on this one. I don't think I do. I think I'm going to just use the field work.
Well, you can do both because field work is a reaction, right? It's not an action.
After you move to a location, you get +2 on the next skill test. Yes, but I want to spread out my plus modifiers.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll put a Eureka into this, so I'm testing at 7 versus 2. Mm-hmm. So I beat everything in the bag except the auto fail.
So Skull is -1. Let me double check, and I think it's a -3 if there's a Doom. So you're good.
Yep, we're all set. So because that succeeds, I get to do Eureka. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should put these in an area
that's cool. I see them.
See, and then
so you get to add 1 of these to your hand. Eureka is kind of a staple card.
Yep, I'll probably put Magnifying Glass just to speed things up.
Okay.
I guess fast. I'll put down the Magnifying Glass.
Oh, here's your clue.
Why not? Oh yeah, I should grab that. And then we will. I really wanted to put the red clock down this turn, but the encounter deck decided otherwise. Oh no, this doesn't tap. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. We will Grim War for +2, 3.
So you're still 7 to 2.
I'm still 7 to 2.
Nice.
Great.
So Grim is
draw
a new card
and grab.
If you succeed by 2 or more, you get a card draw, which is just like really, really kind of pretty good.
Yeah,
Awesome. So that's you.
that's me.
All right. So it's off to me. So this card here specifically says, check your supplies as an action. If you have a map and there are no clues on chamber, give it victory instead of vengeance. So I'm going to just use, let's use like a giant horror token to remember it. So I'm just going to cover that up, and we're going to remember that there's no vengeance. We have vengeance 1 right now, but that's my first action.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Of course, before I do that, I need to do my Underworld market. Not going to really change my turn. I'll take that for sure. I have to pay 1 for that privilege, and this card gets free items from hand if I had items. Okay, so that's 1 action. I think I'm probably just going to explore. We're looking for just the plus, right?
Yeah, I guess just the plus. But like we're at 1 everywhere we would go, so it's not like.
All right, well, here we go. Heart. Found it. Wow. Okay, I'm going to add encounter cards so we can't forget. We're getting good. And the plus goes down here, and I end up moving to it for free. Welcome to the throne room. Vengeance 1 and victory 1. So you have to kind of choose your battle. It's all or nothing. While throne room has doom on it, is considered to be in the victory display for the purpose of only counting vengeance. And if there are no clues or doom on throne rooms, record mysterious scepter in your supplies, which that's an interesting card. That is a new thing to return to. It doesn't inherently do anything, but like most other supplies, the game will check at certain narrative beats whether you have it. 5 shroud though is a heck of a lot, and I'm not capable of dealing with this. So I think that's kind of up for you, right?
Yeah, I think that should be actually pretty easy for me to deal with. Hooray, first.
Go, Seeker, go. I reckon I might have wanted to give you money before because I have 8 cards in hand. I'm going to discard 1, and I can't really use any of these. I guess I should just at this point, like tempo out of swift reflexes to get an action, because I will explore 1 more time.
Yeah. This
just gives me an action. So good enough.
Yeah, seems fair. Yeah, and this has like 3 hits.
Yeah. So we're looking for heart, T, and triangle. All right.
Yeah.
There's, I think, 3 encounter cards in here. I'm on a roll, man.
Let's just dodge it.
Let's just dodge it. So this, it recommends us to put in some like weird cross section. Welcome to Snake Pit. It had to be snakes. 1 shroud, 2 clues. After you put Snake Pit into play by exploring successfully, but before moving to it, okay. Spawn 2 set aside pit viper enemies in the Snake Pit to a maximum of 3. Check your supplies. If an investigator at your location has binoculars, you may choose not to move in. You have binoculars, but you're not at my location. So we're looking for 2 pit vipers that should be set aside. Okay, good thing, bad thing. Bad thing, snakes are bad. Good thing, I'm already poisoned, so I don't think I mind that much. So just to make sure, I should have been tracking a bit better on my turns. So it was first click was map, then move, then investigate. Or sorry, explore. But I have 1 back.
Yeah, from the swift reflex. Didn't you do? Yeah, it was explore, and then get 1 back from swift reflexes and the map.
I'm pretty sure
you've got 1 left.
It's strictly collect to play swift reflexes on your last action, or like after your last action, because I didn't know if I needed the thing, but like whatever.
Yeah. No, you definitely do.
Be able to deal with this. So I'm gonna evade. I'm 5-3, which isn't great. I'm gonna do man dex to do 7-3. That might seem like overkill, but I have reasons, and I'm F it. Watch this 8-3. I'll put my money into it. +1, so exceed by a lot. So I'm gonna get 6 credits back. I get a draw card for manual dexterity. I can cascade my triggers really good. I'll take that. I succeeded by a lot, so I can play for free a pocket multi-tool that I've just drawn. The multi-tool, I exhausted to get +1 to a skill test that I'm performing, and because I have the, what's it called? The signal mirror, I get +1 while also evading. So I evade 1 of the snakes. On top of that, I now can play honed instinct. Fast, play only after one of the following conditions is met. You succeed a skill test by 3 or more, gain another action. So I still have another action here.
Let's go.
Oh man, I can get another action this turn. It's just I can't use it really well. So I think I'm just going to double Pit Viper and then try and consult next turn, or at least get out the pit. So I'm going to evade again. Yeah. I'll use my multi-tool to give +2. So I'm 7-3 to evade the second snake. Snake's got nothing on Kymani. All right. That's it, right?
Now you just have to do that all over again next turn and leave.
Yeah, hopefully I'll draw a pickpocketing. It'll even be like tempo positive, but we'll see. That's card and credit, right?
That's card and credit.
Nice. I got some smokes and I got 2 more snakes. All right. I'm just gonna move away this. I'll take that because it doesn't wake up properly. I'll just bottom this. Doom? 2 of 6 or 2 of 8, excuse me, and you get the first rip.
I get the first rip. Obscuring fog.
That's
awesome.
Fine, right?
Oh yeah, it's here. It's not even where I want to go. That's fine. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A steering fog is from the core set, and I'm always so surprised it doesn't say like attached to the location without clues or with clues. Sometimes it still matters because sometimes Shroud just matters
Yeah.
with outside of clues. But yeah, okay, that's pretty soft. I get merging timelines. I'm glad I don't have 8 cards in my hand. So rip 5
Yeah,
off
yeah.
of your deck for each one that matches. Okay, so doesn't match, doesn't match. My one of refine, whatever. Let's not be greedy. Doesn't match. And Fletcher. Now, if it's an enemy, or sorry, a weakness, I have to shuffle it back.
Yeah, that'd be so nice if it didn't.
Yeah, I know. Randomly discard from hand. Cool. I think that's us.
That's it.
Do I go first to get rid of the snakes? What do you want to do in your turn?
I was just gonna go here and probably just try and clear it.
Yeah. Okay. If I do my 2 snakes, am I going to continue to explore? How many clues are we at? We're at 2 of what we need is 6. So if you
6.
clear this, we probably have to clear a snake pit as well. There's a chance I'll do it at the same time as I'm in here. Like maybe I'll eventually draw into a crime kit or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go first, because like my turn's probably pretty fixed. I have no real way of helping you, and I can go at any speed. So like we can.
It's totally worth noting we left 2 clues on the entryway that were super easy to get. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but I think we just like blitzed out of there. We're like, see ya. I don't care.
Yeah. And it's like if I draw shortcuts, I can definitely go back. I can get back there efficiently. But
cool. Okay, yeah, I'll go first. So let's look at the crime deck. So we get a hidden pocket, which we don't need, and a thieves kit. Yeah, I'll definitely play 1 for thieves kit. Maybe have an action at some point in the near future to play that. Oh, mind you, our provisions are gone. I'm just gonna throw my provision out. Whatever.
Oh yeah, hopefully we're going to get provision checked, I assume, at the end of this, but
I don't think so, because I think we go home.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think there's an in-flight meal, so we'll be fine. All right, I'm evading. First Pit Viper is 5-3. I can make it up to 7 with Pocket Multi-Tool. I think that's fine. I have a sneak buy in hand, but like I don't need more money than this.
I wonder if this is the quick thinking one, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know if I have to consult these snakes because they're not hunter, and I don't think I care.
Yeah, it's more so that you can grab a clue and get out or something.
Yeah, totally. So I'll do quick thinking. I need to succeed by 2 or more. So currently we're 6-3, and I'll multi-tool to 8-3 because I need to succeed by a fair margin for this to be worth it. 8-3. What is skull? Minus one? Yeah, no doom, so it's -1. So I succeed 7-3. I succeed by 4. So 1 snake down, and I get an action back. So imagine I use my click trackers. I'm so sorry. I'll do better. Then we'll go for this snake. That's 5-3. I think 5-3 is on the cusp of being good, but losing an action here would be kind of ugly. It's just like there's, I think, 1 or 2 -3s. I don't think there's a lot of -3s.
I think there's only 1, but
yeah.
Yeah, and then actually the cultist is at -0 right now. So it's like up to you. I wonder if you
Okay,
you can save the symbols for later.
There you go, -2, good enough. So 2 snakes are down, and I used 1 action, right? Because 1 and I got 1 back. So I guess I do drop the thieves kit. I don't know, man. Part of me just wants to leave the snake pit because I'm gonna have to do that all over again next turn.
Yeah, I would say just leave. I think putting on the thieves kit and leaving is fine, and we'll just find new clues next turn because it's not victory or anything, right?
No, it's not victory or anything. Yeah,
I would just leave.
If that's the case, I probably shouldn't play the thieves kit. Yeah, let me take that back. I'll play the cigarettes instead.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So I'll play 2 from 11, getting cigarette, because that might trigger on the encounter phase.
Yeah,
the mythos phase. Okay, that's me. I believe.
Cool. Don't forget to pay the two for your cigarettes.
I think I did. Oh, I think I paid 1. I was probably at 11. I think I'm on 9 now.
Cool. I need to get this down at some point, so it starts providing me anything. So I'll put down my red clock.
So this thing is really cool. It does nothing, and then at the start of turns, you can take charges off of it. But this is the lower XP one, so you either place a charge or take charge. You don't get both, which like obviously getting both would make this thing a fair bit better. But like it's still good. It's still definitely good.
I really wish Ursula could take level 5 relics because I would take the level 5 red clock. She can only take up to level 4, which is wild.
Oh wow, there's like very few level 5 relics. I think this might be one of the only.
There's not a ton. So it's definitely a bummer, and there's like probably a reason not to actually make this deck. But once I can move secrets for free every turn, I get it. I just leave it on 1 charge for the whole game. But because it's funny because Red Clock's best mode is the first mode almost always.
You think?
So it's like Yeah, move and or like just gain a buck and get +3 every turn on red clock 5 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Move 2 is sometimes situationally really good, but
yeah, no, I think you're right.
cool. So that's my first action. Second action,
It's 2 shroud.
let's move to the
me.
throne room.
So this one's 5 shroud.
Yep. So I'll tap field work. This would be a base of 7 versus 5. Which I think I'm okay with taking.
You can memoir because it doesn't exhaust, right? Like you can do it twice this turn easy.
Oh, that's true. I could just do it a bunch. I'm always like, oh, I should be conservative with these things.
Yeah, no, they don't matter.
I think I'd actually rather just put a perception against it.
So 9 to 5, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
9 to 5. Just to beat the -3.
Here, let me get you
Draw
clear.
my card. Thank you. A thing I always forget to do. And now I'll use my grim memoir.
Okay.
And just
so 7 to 5.
This is going to be
I might be able to boost. No, I don't have any icons that are. Oh, I can give you 8 to 5 on Faustian. There's technically a -3, I think. I don't think we need the Faustian though. I'll keep it for the willpower boost. I feel like that's better.
Yeah, I would save it because like me failing or succeeding on this doesn't make a huge difference.
Yeah. Nice.
And I succeed anyway.
So you don't get the grim draw, but like still totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
yeah, I didn't succeed by 2 or more.
We can spend an action. Mind you, because we now have another vengeance, right? So it's worth noting we're technically a vengeance 2. That will come up, I have no doubt. But now as an action, we can record the Mysterious Scepter in your supplies. We actually have in this mod, there's a card for the Mysterious Scepter you can add to your side. So that's good. All good?
All good.
Card of credit. Shit, it's Agent Fletcher.
Oof.
Kymani. So I get -book or 0 book to evade. That, again, doesn't matter unless you're trying to consult Agent Fletcher, which is fine. I think I still can get away with it. But yeah, that's okay. A bit of a speed bump, but I guess that's always going to happen. Cool. Doom, where 3 evades, still no Doom on locations, which is a good spot to be. And then you get the first card.
Sounds good. Creeping Poison, Surge. Each investigator who is poisoned takes 1 damage. Are you poisoned because you haven't actually drawn it yet?
No, because it's, I meant to put it here, but it's meant to be just in my play area. That's a good reminder. I know I am poisoned. I just don't have the card. Let me just grab it real quick. So I am definitely poisoned. We forgot to add this to my area. It's not like you can interact with it, but I take a damage and we get Surge. Yeah, it's just a permanent. Okay. So great.
Cool. And then I get Thanados Alpha. Tinadalos Alpha. Alert, retaliate, forced after Tinadalos Alpha attacks you. Shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck, moving all damage and horror from that asset to your investigator, and then discard Tinadalos Alpha. The end of the enemy phase, discard.
Yeah, it's like a time jumping beast. It shows up, eats an item, and then just disappears, even if it doesn't attack. I love the design on this card because it's a 4/3/4, but you almost never kill it if you can evade it, right?
Yeah.
As much as this is the evading set.
That's going to be a tougher one for me to. Oh, actually, no. I've got a +3 on it.
It'll be fine. Oh no, it doesn't work. You need a clue for Inquiring Mind, eh?
There is a clue. There's not a clue at our location.
Yeah, you emptied it.
Well, I guess I'll use my red clock +3 on that evade.
Let's see what I get. I get Entombed. Put into play in your threat area. You cannot disengage from enemies or move. Disengage?
That's strictly good for you.
That's strictly good. Yeah. All right. So test agility 4 to escape the tomb or 4 fight to break out. If you succeed, discard Entombed. If you fail, reduce the difficulty of this test by 1 till the end of the round. I really like the design of this card. Just like crawling out of the pit. The more you do it, the more likely it is to get out. I just like the theme on this. And so you're not consistently stuck, even if you have bad stats in both of those. There's a chance you'll get out. But yeah, that's actually sick.
Though that it's actually beneficial for you to play the rest of the scenario with Entombed on you. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna have problems moving, but yeah, that actually is a really good effect.
Oh, you can't move. Okay, so you do have to clear it at some point. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. Who goes first? Like, so my turn. Obviously, we don't want to move into the snake pit if we want to avoid it. Yeah. So on my turn, I'm gonna deal with Fletcher. Do you want me to deal with your Tindalos for you? That might actually be a better use of my time. And maybe I stay in the pit for a turn.
Yeah, if you think like you are built to evade, whereas I'm much more built to explore. So I think that does seem like a better use. But
okay, let me start. So I'm gonna go look at the market. What are you buying? I'll take that as nice because I have a Thieves' Kit in hand, but pickpocket seems to be the play always. So I'll just take pickpocket. This is the upgraded one. That's where my XP went, and I can play it fast, so why won't I? Because I'm going to be evading. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to evade Fletcher. I'm evading only 5 to 3, which isn't very good. It might be a bit difficult here to actually get rid of Fletcher because it's a pretty big evade, but I'll have ways to boost. I'm going to boost after this. So I'll do 5 to 3, and I'm just going to send to 5 to 3. Do you have any like boost icons you don't care about?
Unfortunately, no. If I milled a segment of Onyx, I totally would, but
yeah. Okay. I'll do 5 to 3 here. That's just +1. If there's an exhausted enemy location, automatically succeeds. So I get it. I succeed by 3, which is actually going to matter. So this gets exhausted. Oh, actually it doesn't disengage with me. Thanks, Sandpit. Pickpocketing gets me a credit and a card because I succeeded by enough. And I can cigarette case, which I will as well. Okay. Oh man, if I had the fast way to play the trench coat here, it'd be really good. Okay, so now I'm going to exhaust or evade Fletch again using the Kymani ability. So I don't add my book because Agent Fletcher's text is like, that's the only thing it does. So I'm currently 5 to 3, but I have to succeed by the difference in health. So I have to succeed by 3. On 5 to 3, that's pretty difficult. So I'm going to use the multi-tool to give 2. So I'm 7 to 3, and I'm going to commit sneak by, which is 9 to 3. I think that's probably all I'm going to do. 9 to 3 succeed by 3 is pretty likely.
You beat on any, you succeed on a -3 or better.
Yeah.
So that seems fine.
Damn it. What? There's one of those. Oh, this is so cursed. Okay. That's not good.
Amazing.
So that's pretty bad. Oh man, this is where actually the Untamed
I would say
bad.
just get rid of Agent Fletcher, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I can handle mine.
Okay. So unfortunately, no, I'm just 5 to 3. So I think I might have to just burn another turn on Fletcher. Like maybe I just play my trench coat from hand.
I think that seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, okay. Not great, but it is what it is. Entomb just stays. It doesn't do anything. I just can't move. Okay.
Okay.
A bit of a bummer, but that's fine.
Yep.
So what are you doing with the big dog?
Well, so I'm starting my turn. I will place a charge here, and then because that's one charge, I will get +3 value on my next skill test.
Wait. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That works. Never mind.
It does, yeah. So the upgrade lets you basically do both of these things, which is super nice. Because there's not going to be that many turns where I'm going to want to move to. So right now, this is kind of every other turn doing something that I really want, probably.
Do you remember what happens later in this scenario?
I do not.
Okay. I'll warn you, move 2 is actually going to be good.
Yeah, I expect it's going to be some Indiana Jones shit where we gotta get out before things escape. Yeah, no, move 2 is like also a really good mode. But like, it's funny, when I read this, like, not knowing much Arkham, I was like, the third mode's wild. I'm going to want to stay on that forever. And it's like, actually, no. Most of the time, 1 and 2 is what you want, which is kind of crazy.
It's just good enough for sure.
Oh, and I also fail my evade with the -5.
It hits you. It has alert.
Oh, fun. Shuffle a non-story asset you control into your deck, moving all damage horror from that asset, and then discard. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll just say goodbye to our magnifying glass.
I think Grim is maybe worse than Mag Glass.
With 2 charges on it? Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I find consistent boost is really good. It's kind of up to you.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
This helps you for the whole game. This helps you for 2 more tests.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good point.
Okay.
And also, like, it shuffles it back in my deck. It means I get to play it a second time. So,
refuel.
There you go.
Oh, it's not gone, though. It's still on you.
No, it says when it's on attacking, discard.
Oh, sick. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, failing was not bad. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like I would have preferred not to, but you know,
you'll take it.
Okay, next up, I'm just going to explore. I'm going to say goodbye. Good luck with your enemies.
So what are we looking for here? I think it's
So it's triangle or heart.
Okay. No good?
Nope. Bummer.
Chill. This is actually one of the cards that I want to keep in mind whenever the set is in play. We should have known it because we saw Obscuring Fog. But whenever this card is in play, considering we're not like really good at willpower, I always try and have one asset that is expendable on the table.
Oh, this is one asset.
Yeah. That's 4 if you fail. Choose an asset.
I think I probably will commit a guts to it. This is what guts is in the deck for. But we'll see.
Hold on, I might be able to boost you. You're fine. You're fine. -1.
Okay. Yeah.
You draw a card too, eh?
I draw a card too as well. Yep. Shortcut. Don't hate that. I could even move you away if you... Oh, no, I can't move you at all.
I can't move.
Okay. I guess I'm just going to explore again because I don't actually have anything else I can reasonably do right here.
Real talk. So if I'm not mistaken, looking at the board, we added 1, 2, 3, 4 locations. And we've got
Yeah.
one encounter card out of the deck. I don't think we messed up adding encounter card, which means the exploration deck has 5 cards. So it's 2 locations, 3 encounter cards. Not that there's any way to get around that, but like sometimes exploring last click, if you draw an enemy, just means like it's going to be bad for you. But like you're more
fair.
likely to hit an encounter card than an explore card at this point.
Fair enough. I'll take a resource then, I guess. You've talked me into a sensible course of action.
Cool. Card and credit or upkeep, I mean?
Yeah, upkeep it is.
Fletch wakes up. Oh, this is in my deck.
Wow.
I forgot about this. Okay, cool. As an additional cost for you to pay your dues. Again, I'm not meant to read this aloud. Open hands is a thing that's just happening here on TTS. You may spend any number of additional actions to reduce the cost by 5. Otherwise, pay your dues at the end of your turn, reveal it, and take 1 damage. It's worth knowing end of your turn is the end of the investigator phase, not the end of the round. So this will matter next turn if I want to pay a lot of money or a lot of actions to get this out of my hand. That's fine. I can deal with that. Cool. All right. Doom. 4 of what should be 8, and lead investigator draws first. Nice.
Entombed.
Nice. Just one big old sand pit, a bunch of crabs in a bucket. Okay. You can deal with that somewhat. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll probably be a lot of my turn. I'm just trying to remember. This is I cannot move, and this says you may move up to 2 times. So yeah, I don't get to avoid Entombed with Red Clock, which is a bummer. Because your whole turn's basically spent for, right? Because you have to dodge, discard him.
I can dig you out too.
Yeah, like if you can dig me out, I can go back and just pick up the 2 clues at the entrance.
Oh, cool.
And I have some modality on that as
well. Let's see what I draw for the encounter. It's Snake. Hunter, 2/3/2. It gets +1 fight for each vengeance point in the victory display. I think we're at 2 right now because we added 1 encounter card and then one of these locations has vengeance on it. So that's fine because we're not going to honestly fight this thing. But yeah, I'm getting stuck in a pit with a bunch of enemies. Okay.
Yeah, if you just want to take if you want to solve your own turn, I can just spend my turn getting out of the sand pit.
Okay, cool. I'll start with that. I'm going to end up taking damage from my dues, but it is what it is. So Underworld Market, 2nd pickpocket and a Thieves Kit. I'm going to go for the 2nd pickpocket. I can generally afford it. So that cost me 1 to draw it. I guess I play it 5/4. So pickpocket gets installed. They are not unique, so you can have as many as you want, which is limit 2. And then I start taking my turn. So I'm going to try and evade Fletch first. I don't need to succeed by a large margin. I just need to succeed. So I'm currently 6 now with the trench coat. So 6-3 is pretty good. I'll start with that.
Yep.
Actually, I think I don't know which one I should deal with worse. Like, is Brood worse than Fletcher? It's easy to consult Brood.
Yeah, it's very easy to consult Brood.
Or easier. It's just as difficult. I just get my +2. Okay, I'm going to start with the...
No, isn't it? Oh, I guess... Yeah, you're right.
I'll start by evading the Brood because it's 6-2, so I'm more likely to hit pickpocket and cigarettes.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
6-2, succeed by 4. So cigarettes draws a card, pickpocket draws 2 cards and gets 2 credits. That's a lot of actions. Brood is evaded but doesn't disengage from me because we're all stuck in one big old pit. All right, that's 1 action. Next, I'll go for Kymani. Kymani's 6-3, which is on the cusp of being just good enough. So I'll do 6-3. What is that?
That's a draw.
Reveal another token?
Yeah, just reveal another.
We're good. So if you fail, place a Doom. Okay, so we haven't messed that one up yet. Nice. So Kymani's evaded. I have 1 more action. So I think I'm going to be stuck in a pit. I have no way to cheat actions, but I want to be able to get rid of Kymani get rid of Fletcher because I think Fletcher's the most annoying. That being said, I'm more likely to be able to consult Brood. And I'm going to take my shot. I'll shoot my shot. So I get 6 plus my book. Unfortunately, Agent Fletcher undoes the book thing. So I'm 6-3, succeed by 3. I'll do 7-8 with the multi-tool. So I'm 8-3, got to succeed by 3. And I'll do manual dexterity. So 10-3, got to succeed by 3. Nailed it. Draw a card from manual dexterity. Kymani gets consulted. So it just gets discarded. And I take a damage revealing that I have pay your dues.
Sounds good.
Okay.
You could put that on your trench coat if you want.
Oh yeah, that's sick. I actually don't think I have any allies in my level 0 deck. I might be wrong. I don't think this deck has allies, which the level 0 rogue allies are kind of questionable. If you're not playing
I don't blame you, honestly.
Yeah, it's what happens. Okay. So you're stuck in a pit. I can boost you if you need to, I think.
So I'm just going to take the credit off of the red clock because I can't move. So it is what it is.
So you get +3 to your next test?
I do not. So I either place a charge here or take all charges off. This is why the red clock 5 is quite good because I could do both. basically.
Then is it worth
I would
just
take off.
adding to it so that you can get an extra action next turn? Or do you need the money?
I think the money is nice, and the +3 is basically as good as a plus action because it's more likely I'm going to guarantee, I think.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
Let's see. Okay. And I think, honestly, I'm just going to more or less just straight up test. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
You're 4-4. I can maybe see if I have something in my hand. I can give
I would say don't bother on.
Give you +1.
I don't think +1's worth it because most of the fails are -2, I think. And if I spend 2 actions on this, it's not.
Yeah, I can boost you on your second one if anything, because that's a better threshold.
Yeah.
That's -1.
Yeah. So I would have succeeded if we had done that, but it's fine.
Okay. So
but now I can do the test again, 3 against this. And if you have
yeah, I'll boost you +1. So I'm going to throw out a stealth again. Upgraded stealth is the world of difference. This is not upgraded stealth. So yeah, you're at what, 5-4? That's good.
Yeah, cool. So that gets discarded.
So here you can explore or you can move.
Yeah, I mean, should I just go back and pick up the clues in the entryway?
There's a chance that's correct.
It feels quite silly.
Wait, can you deal with my? Does it make sense to deal with my pit? What is the text? This says, if you succeed, discard. If you fail, reduce the difficulty of this test. So I'm assuming this test is each individual copy of Entombed. Yeah. So, nah, I wouldn't do that.
My odds are slim on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a shortcut fast, move up to Grand Chamber, and then walk into the entryway.
Okay.
And get my free investigate.
Nice.
So
it's 2 strat.
I'll use I'll use field work because why not? So I'm investigating at 7 versus 2.
Nice. Nailed it.
We succeed.
Get your clue. All right. I think enemy phase, we're totally fine. Again, the snakes in the pit don't leave the pit as snakes do.
Yep.
And then the Brood of Yig just wakes up, as do all cards with our resource and our card draw. I always say card and credit. It's like a netrunner thing, but yeah, you know what that means. Okay. We're at 5 of 8. I don't think there's any ancient evils in this one, so we're gonna have a couple more turns, I hope, unless we put Doom on locations. And you get the first encounter card.
That's good.
Nice.
Oh my goodness! Again. Okay.
I can shuffle back,
so that I'm gonna put aside.
Fine.
Would love to find that. Okay, that's a real bummer. I also take a damage, right? Or no, I lose an action.
Fine.
4 and 5, and I just shuffle 2 weaknesses back into my deck, like a boss.
Like a boss. Okay. All right. That takes an action. I get an enemy, right? Yeah, you know it. And not only an enemy. Oh, 1 of 8 enemy though. Spawn nearest location with at least 1 clue. So that actually is in the snake pit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's the nearest to you.
Yeah. Now this thing's aloof.
Beautiful.
While Serpent Guard is unengaged, its location gets +2 strat, so I don't care. And while there are 3 or more vengeance points in the victory display, it loses aloof and gains hunter. So we're at the threshold that if we add 1 more vengeance, the Serpent Guardian will come for us. Right now, totally fine. And it evades really easily. But okay, we just got to watch out. We're on the point where this actually starts to matter.
Yep.
So you have all the clues, because I've been just evading things very, very poorly. My deck has not been performing. But if you get 1 more clue for an action, we can advance, I think, right away, right? I think it's we're at 5 of 6. Do we want to advance before I take my turn?
Yeah, that seems I mean, the only reason to not do that is so that you can actually fully deal with everything you have, and then we can and I can move back towards the bottom, because presumably we need to get to the bottom for the final act.
Yeah, I just don't know whether we have to advance soon. I think always knowing more information about what we're advancing into, like advancing first and then taking our turn is usually better. But I don't remember what happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how often the act deck makes it harder, because that's really the only reason to avoid doing it right away, right?
I would say
the act deck puts bad things on. Yeah,
but I'm gonna end up wasting my turn if we don't. I'm just gonna evade, stand still, right?
Yeah. Evade, and deal with your Entombed, right?
Yeah, but whatever, I can still do that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I can advance the act. That's fine.
Cool. What are you doing with your clock?
Doing with my clock, giving myself +1,
nice.
Or +3, I should say. So with 1 action, I will investigate.
Nice. It's 2 shroud. Probably
2 shroud.
Right?
I'm at test. I should have done the math first, but I'm testing at
a lot.
I'm testing at 8. So
yeah, nice. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'll advance, right?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, so we lose all the clues. Or, I mean, you, but okay, we're a team. Hidden corridors. The ruins are far more vast than even Alejandro had anticipated. Carvings on the walls and hieroglyphs etched into the stone altars suggest the existence of a central chamber underground. Perhaps a hidden passageway will show you the way to this chamber, the very heart of the temple ruins. Shovel the Chamber of Time location into exploration deck. So I'm assuming we're not meant to look at what it is first, because then we could tell what icon it is, but we're not going to know. So it's one of the icons we haven't seen so far. As you pass the strange glyphs in the walls, the ruins groan and creak in protest, and the carvings glow ominously. Years of deterioration have faded in the pattern of these glyphs, and the surrounding stones seep with a viscous pus. If only you had some way to restore these glyphs. Check your supplies if investigator has chalk. Did you bring chalk for some reason?
I may have brought chalk for some reason.
I always was so surprised to be like, oh, you're bringing chalk? I guess that's reasonable. I just never, it's like one of the most unintuitive ones, but like, I get it. You want to make markings and stuff. So that actually worked out totally well. So otherwise we would place this act in the victory display as Vengeance 1, which would turn on the Snake Guardian. So like we skirted around that, which is quite good. Now we got Act 2A, magic and science. Whatever is inside the central chamber must be very important. Much care was taken to obscure its location. We have an action to explore. Draw the top card of the exploration deck if its connecting location put into play. Nothing new there. An objective, only investigators in the Chamber of Time may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, which is 4. And I'm assuming the Chamber of Time itself probably has some amount of clues in it. I don't know if it's 4. It's at least 2. So maybe we have to find some on the way. I don't know. But that should be that for now. I think you have one more action, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I should build it all or if I should, like, I could put down another field work. I could try to explore because there's one location to still go to.
Yeah.
Because next turn I get a move to for free.
Yeah, that's good.
That said, like, I think I miss, and there's a lot of stuff in the exploration deck that whiffs, I think.
Yeah, what are we looking for? If the exploration deck, it seems this chart, I think it's a red square. I think red square is the only thing, and that's like 1 in 6. Oh, we also, though, if you explore and see, 'cause again, I'm not sure if you're meant to look at the other cards to see like if we can figure out if the tomb has enough clues on it, let alone what it's, I imagine it's like probably the hourglass like it was in last scenario.
Yeah. As I say, like, it feels like it's still, so if an enemy spawns, I'm a little sad.
Yeah. So far the enemies we've seen in the deck is just these broods though. They don't poison you, but they hurt you.
Yeah. I could just put down another field work, I guess.
Yeah, not unique.
I think that's okay.
Okay, cool. So it's me, right?
It's you.
Okay, so back to me. Let's see what's for sale. What are you buying? I get treasure and lockpicks. My money situation, not bad. I don't think I need to pay 1 to draw a card here. I'll put it on the top, and with only 4 cards or 6 cards in the deck, I'll be able to draw into it relatively soon. I just feel like I have other issues to deal with sooner than later. Speaking of other issues, I got a brood, so I guess we'll start there. I also have my pay your dues in my hand that's just slowly beating me up. So I'm going to start with this Broody Yig. It's 2 evade. I'm 6-2. I think 6-2 is good enough. I'm going to do a quick thinking. I want a free action this turn, so we're at 7-2. I have to succeed by 2. What is that one? My location was doomed. That's a
0.
Nice. Okay.
Let's go.
So it's evaded. It stays with me. I do cigarettes to draw a card. I do 2 pickpockets to draw 2 cards and gain 2 credits. Rogue stuff. I have a grappling hook. It takes up 1 hand and allows me to move, evade, and investigate, all using my feet instead of my book, but for 2 actions a turn. It's honestly pretty good. It's just the one card I almost never end up playing because my hand slots get used up by like, what's it called? By thieves kits.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's 1 action. I need to get rid of the Broody Yig, so I'm going to try and consult it. So I'm going to take another evade action. I get to add my book, so I'm 7-2, and I have to succeed by 3. I'll just add multi-tool.
You're probably taking your quick thinking action though, so you have an extra action here.
I have a quick thinking action. Okay, so I've spent no action so far. So first pseudo action, 9-2. So again, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8-2, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 because I have my book. So 10-2, need to succeed by 3. That's -1. So consulted. Second action, I'll try and get myself out of this pit.
I'm going to discard this to the other place where it goes.
Yeah, that seems important. Actually, I don't think I'm going to try and get out of the pit. I think I might just pay my dues here because I think staying in the pit for a turn is like really not that bad if another enemy engages me.
Yep.
So I'm going to play pay your dues. It costs 10, but it's additional cost to play pay your dues and me to spend any amount of action. So basically it's like clicking for 5 resources. So I'll spend 5 and I'll get rid of pay your dues for the rest of my turn. Nice. Seems okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's probably better than playing the Faustian bargain and then pay your dues.
Yeah, just free curse.
It's why that you're like, oh, I have a click for 5 in my hand, but it's not worth playing here.
Yeah, I don't need it. If you need the money, so be it. I'll need the money eventually. Upkeep. Cool. 1, 2, 3. I have too many cards in my hand. Hand size is 8. No, I think I have. How many do I have? One. Yeah, I have 9. I can throw out the moon. It doesn't do anything. I could play.
Not even your second trench coat.
No, I'll take enough damage.
Okay.
It has a boost on it, right? Like I can commit this.
Yeah. I would honestly say, your second lucky cigarette case is probably, well, I guess that's a brain.
Yeah, I like icons. Like I don't think I need boosts anymore, especially with a full hand. Like I just boost whatever skill matters, let alone lucky cigarettes and pickpocketing. Okay, Doom. 6, but it has +2 threshold, so we're not advancing just yet. 6 of 8, and you get a card.
That's 2 +1 for each difficulty. And I take 2 damage. If I fail, have nothing I can boost with.
Here we go. What?
And I fail.
That's fine. Just some damage. All right, there you go. That's good. So that's good that I'm in the pit because now I can consult the brood. As much as that is going to be my whole damn turn again, but like fighting is your whole damn turn anyway. So what are you going to do?
Yeah. You just need to keep drawing all the enemies and I'll do the rest of the scenario.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
This is why you hire a security consultant. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm good on cards in hand. Let's go to the board a bit. So you are where you are. Do you want to go first? Because maybe you explore. I don't think my turn actually matters that much.
I think my turn is going to be, so I get 2 free moves from the red clock.
Yeah. You have to use them
I'm
put once, down, right? Like you use them now, you don't have them during your turn.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, otherwise I would have actually kept it because it would have been more efficient. But yep, I'm going to put down Dr. Milan.
Classic.
So that's my first action. And then I'm going to try and explore.
Wait, where are you? Oh, you're all the way down here? Oh, because you did the 2 free moves. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, what icons are we looking for this one?
We're looking for heart and triangle, I believe.
Okay.
And we got the heart.
Nice. This one came up a lot. Mosaic Chamber. Okay, I'll add encounter card. And that is that.
It recommends heart is level, I think. Or no, it recommends it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think here.
God, these fast connections are so cool. So 3 shroud. This is a return to.
Yep.
2 clues. Check your supplies. If you have a canteen, nobody does. The chamber accepts your gifts of water. Remove a doom from a location in play. So it's a thirsty location.
I'll tap both fieldworks. So I get +4 there, and then I have another +2. So let's see. I'm testing at 10.
Yeah, a lot.
10 versus 2, I succeed with a -1.
Okay.
And I get a resource from Dr. Milan.
Do you have one more?
And I have one more. I guess I will just test 6 versus 2.
Okay. Nice.
4. So I succeed. So we can't advance anywhere near yet because we need to do a whole bunch of stuff, but we've picked up a lot of clues.
Yeah, we need to get to the location first, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm next. If I've been tracking right, I think I should draw into I'll take that. But I might be underneath these 2. Dang, it's underneath these 2. I have Hidden Pocket, which is nice. This actually helps me play, like, my grappling hook isn't illegal, but allows me to play my Thieves Kit, which I kind of like a fair bit. My money is okay with bargain. I'll take it for 1. Okay, I got some snakes to deal with. So I'm going to just evade this thing.
Make a bunch of money off of pickpocketing too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm going to draw through my deck too by the end of next turn. So 6-2 for the Broody Yig. Succeed by 2. So cigarette, pickpocketing. I'm going to do pickpocketing first because I don't know if I want to use the cigarette potentially. Oh God, I have so much money. I don't think I'm going to cigarette here. It might be always right to take every draw you can get, but yeah, I'm going to draw.
Wait, you can soak so much horror.
I know. No, I'll be totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to try and consult. So I'm at 6, 7, 8 to 2. I might as well use my multi-tool. 10 to 2, I have to succeed by 3. Is there a way to get a fast action here? No, but I'm going to play sneak by to do it to get 2 because interestingly enough, Kymani's ability isn't an action. So you can actually do anything that doesn't evade. 10 to 2, that's -0. That's the Doom one, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's minus, yeah, X is number doom. Okay, so it's been consulted. I have one action left. I thought I'd be able to get a fast action here. I can't, but I will try and do Entombed. So I'm 5-4. I have so many cards in my hand that I can just get rid of. I honestly probably want to keep the grappling hook around. I'll commit the nimble. Movement is good, actually. Yeah.
I feel like it would be the trench coat, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, I don't have any allies, so like I need my soak.
Yeah, I guess you have a little bit of a health issue.
So I'll do the stealth. So I'm 6. Mind you, the trench coat doesn't work. So I'm 6-4. I'll just do nimble. I think I have another in the deck in 3 cards, I'm pretty sure. So 7-4. Nice. And I will fast. Play the hidden pocket. Play only during your turn. Attach to clothing or armor asset you control. So I'll just put in this hex slot. Attach asset gains additional hand or accessory slot, which can only use to hold listed assets. And I think that's it. Upkeep.
Cool.
This is the one I wanted to draw into Honed Instinct because it gets a free action this turn, which actually would be useful, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll just throw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to get rid of, I think, the cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah, you're probably good on draw.
Did you draw good? Nice.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're at 7 of 8. So we're at the Witching Hour, and you get the first encounter card.
Okay. Vengeful Serpent.
You haven't played Return to, have you?
I have not. After you draw a Vengeful Serpent, draw each Vengeful Serpent into victory display as well.
So this is such a cool card because it's like a weenie. It's a 2/2/2. Like most people deal with it with one action, and has Vengeance 0. But the idea is that first there's 1 snake. If you kill it, then there's 2 snakes. Then if you kill it, I think it gets up to 3 snakes, and you get them all at once, which is such a fun thing. Now, one of the big things that hasn't exactly come up yet is that when Kymani discards an enemy, you don't defeat it. So this actually doesn't go to the victory display, which means we're going to draw more of these. But I think on average, this is better than most other cards because it does have Hunter. But like, yeah, no, I'm excited for these snakes.
Cool. Okay. This will be a time when I use the extra action, I think.
Oh, Curse of Yig. Nice. Okay. -1 health. I need to remember. And I can't fight as well, but like that shouldn't matter.
Man, the Innsmouth one, which I guess brief spoilers for people that don't want that, their version of the curse, which is -1 mental,
I think so,
killed me.
Whoa!
When I had a horror, I could have soaked on an ally in a previous turn, and I was so salty about that.
Oh, you just top decked it and died on the spot?
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why like putting soak on your allies first can sometimes be a good thing because this doesn't surprise you as much as like when you're at narrow margins, anything is pretty terrifying. Cool. All right, we're here. So I have an enemy. No, I don't have an enemy. You have an enemy, right?
I do. Yeah, I was thinking I would go first because this should be an evade I can make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless you wanted to move, engage, and exhaust, but that's like a ton of actions for you.
Yeah. If anything, if you evade it, I might engage and evade it to get rid of it permanently. But like, I don't even know if that's worth it. Like if we can just Hunter out of this, like get out of it, the Hunter might not matter.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to pick up the red clock. So I have 4 actions this turn.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to evade just 2 versus 4. This doesn't have alert, so I feel fairly safe doing this.
That's
a -1. So it is evaded.
Nice.
Okay, cool. I think like just got to start getting through that deck. So what am I looking for here?
I think it is for T, maybe a T and triangle.
Square.
Oh, sorry, just triangle.
And red square is also a hit. But we haven't actually explored that up.
Yeah, that's the one backwards though, which is like it's okay, but yeah, I think the one that pushes us towards our direction is the triangle, right?
The blue triangle, yeah.
Oh no, hold on, did we do this wrong? Oh yeah, we did this slightly wrong. Like in theory on the map, this thinks it's meant to be here.
This is
So actually, the thing you want is triangle, which is there. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I drew a Curse of Yig.
Okay.
Which I get -1. Yep. That's sure.
Whatever. It doesn't cost actions if you don't deal with it.
Yep. -1 health is a little dicey, but not too bad.
So
I'll explore.
Your final action, or did you get a fast action this turn?
No, red clock gave me 1 action to evade.
Cool.
And then I did an explore, so I'm going to just do another explore.
Okay, let's see what you get.
Nope. Choose a location where there's at least one investigator. Place one doom on that location. Each investigator at the chosen location takes one horror.
So good thing is that we drew this on the witching hour and it's not going to cause us to advance. The doom's not going to clear, but that was like the best time to draw an ill omen. And we haven't seen any of them so far. We got pretty lucky.
Yeah, I'll put the doom on. Oh, because we still haven't actually grabbed the scepter off the throne room. So we'll put the doom on my location.
I'm not meant to be able to talk, Peril. Excuse me.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do that. And I can take a horror, no problem.
Cool. Okay. So just looking at here at the exploration deck, there's four cards in it. And I think there are missing 3 locations. So it's a pretty high chance to succeed.
Yeah. I would like to get away from the snake if I can. So we will go again.
Wait, you have another action?
Yeah, because I evaded for free, and then I get to explore 3 times.
Oh, sick! Right? Yeah. Okay. Do it up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
All right. Well, you'll lose a thing. That's fine, I guess. So it's Tyndalos Alpha. Yeah. Once at the end of the enemy phase, it discards, but it's just going to eat a card. So like you can feed it.
That's
a field work, I reckon.
That's great.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, field work is probably the best one to eat there.
Okay, so now it's my turn. Interestingly enough, you have a Vengeful Serpent. I have no way to fast engage it, but I can move over there, maybe get an action back on my turn, and I could get rid of this Vengeful Serpent. We have encounter cards, there's 14 left. So there's 2 serpents, I think, left in 14, which makes this thing a bit more interesting to deal with. I don't know if you want me to do that. I don't know if you want me to get rid of your Tyndalos, or should I just go deeper into the mire?
I would say we should probably grab the scepter. That's one of your actions. I don't
think we can. Whoa,
can we?
Wait,
the throne room.
Oh yeah. We haven't done that. Yeah, 100%. Excuse me.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. Up to you on exploring versus.
It's up to you.
Don't worry about the Tyndalos. I don't mind taking a little bit of extra damage and honestly, yeah, I don't mind padding out my deck a bit more.
Okay.
My deck is basically useless cards at this point. So
nice. Okay. So I'll try and go deeper.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with some crime. I'll take that definitely for 1. So I can't evade anybody today, but that's fine. So I'm going to first spend the action to do the text.
Actually, wait, hold on.
Yep.
I feel like dealing with this serpent is maybe helpful. The Vengeful Serpent. I'm not sure it's 100%, but
I think.
Well, no, because the encounter deck's about to get shuffled, right?
We don't know. It's not always a consistent thing.
It's probably going to get shuffled.
Okay.
That's. I don't remember, but I feel like you shuffle on like an 8 doom agenda.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, actually, honestly, it's one of the nicer ones for us to draw because both of us can handle it easily.
It's super reasonable.
So.
Okay, no matter what, I'm going to spend an action to get the scepter, right? So I spend 1 action.
Yeah, and so then you don't have to. Yeah, and you can't then move and engage and get rid of it. So
I need to upgrade.
Yeah, if you want to explore, that's fine.
Okay. So just looking at my hand real quick, like I can get extra actions if I ever succeed by a lot. So like I could always move. Like okay, in theory, that's the thing is like I want to explore from here. I don't want to explore from your place because there's a chance we get the square, which puts us backwards when we want to go forwards.
Yeah,
and I can only go forwards from here. Okay.
Yeah.
So second action, I'll explore. I am looking for. So we have heart on the table, star and T. So I'm looking for triangle, right?
Triangle. Yep. Triangle or bust.
Nope. There's triangle. Okay, we'll add encounter card. And we got a triangle. That should go down here. I get a free movement there. It has 2 clues.
Hey, there's a rope.
Check your supplies. If investigator at a Tomb of Ancient has rope, move to a revealed location up to 3 away until the end of the round. Tomb of the Ancients is considered to be connected. That's really good. I have rope. I took rope mostly because Kymani is literally holding rope in their photo. So it seemed like the right thing to do. 4 shroud. This is a bit ugly. I wish I had a free action to get down my Thieves Kit. Unfortunately, I do not this turn. Yeah, there's a chance evading an enemy is right because it works really well with I'll take that. Because I don't want to actually play Thieves Kit. I want to play it fast ever.
Mm-hmm.
Grappling Hook doesn't allow you to explore, unfortunately. Ugh. Okay. I guess I'll just play Thieves Kit.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have ethereal slipped and like swapped positions with the snake. That would have been so cool. But exploring from your location wasn't very good. Cool. Okay, I'm just gonna play.
Well, I mean, if you do want to, you could swap with the snake, and then we can deal with it next turn, as opposed to it re-engaging me. So I just spend another action to deal with it. It's just like when we want to deal with it, I guess.
I think you're right.
It's a huge difference.
I think the slip is really good for the second part of the scenario, but with the rope, like I think we're already kind of set. So I'm gonna pay 2. Ethereal Slip says, choose an enemy at a revealed location up to 2 ways, swap locations. I can also take the Tindalos off of you. That's actually probably better, because then I can just engage the snake and get my click compression.
Yeah, seems good.
So just to make sure, choose a non-elite at revealed up to swap places. Is it Hunter? No. So I'm going to swap.
No. Yeah.
It ends up here. That seemed good.
Oh, and it's even the discard itself.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So enemy phase.
That seems like a pretty nice action.
Yeah. At the end of the enemy phase, alpha. At the end of the discard, Tindalos alpha. So it's gone. Bye. And then I'll engage the serpent and we can do card and credit.
Fantastic.
I think I have way too many in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I'm just going to get rid of Kicking the Hornet's Nest. I don't think we're going to want more enemies anytime soon. I play this card mostly because of Scarlet Keys. I don't know if you played Scarlet Keys, but it's so good in Scarlet Keys. On its own, it's still really good.
Okay. Yeah, I've not played Scarlet Keys yet. So,
all right, we're advancing. So we have to clear all the doom besides the doom on the table. So we have 1 on the table. Otherwise, we hit 9. We get advance.
Yep.
It says the ruins awaken. Just then, a sound thrums in the walls of the temple, a dull humming similar to that of a generator. Grooves in the walls and the ceiling flicker and start to glow. It's as though the temple is alive, and it senses your presence. The strange statues and carvings you've seen, coupled with the dim glow and the power coursing through the walls, makes it clear that this temple isn't Aztec in origin. In fact, it appears to be from an even older, more ancient civilization altogether. You feel as though you're an intruder in a world you cannot begin to understand. Confirming your worst fears, a loud hiss and rattling echoes throughout the temple. Whatever you just woke up, it's not happy to see you. Spawn the Harbinger of Lucia at the location with the most doom. That's on us, but I think that's probably for the best.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no way this could go badly for us.
So this is the Harbinger.
Oh, I do remember this one.
This one's a return to version, so it's slightly different. It has 20 health. Okay. It has Alert, Hunter, and Retaliate. While the enemy has 10 or more damage on it, it gets +2 fight and -2 evade. So this thing is easier to fight first and then easier to evade later. After a successful attack or evasion attempt against the enemy ends, you place a resource on it. And then if there are 4 resources on it, it just disappears with all damage tokens. It hits like an absolute truck and it has Vengeance 5. So you don't really want to kill the Harbinger of Lucia. I'm going to put it on me.
Yeah, I think that's yes, please do.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Agenda 2A is the Temple Warden. It says the serpent creatures emerge from the shadows with terrifying speed. It's bedecked in gilded feathers and wields a golden spear, the blade tipped unravaged by time. The rattle at the end of the creature's tail provides a tremendous noise as the creature hunts you throughout the ruins. So it's 14 on the threshold. We start already at 1, but we have a lot more. This is the last Agenda 2, so be careful.
Yeah, so this is the end of the game clock at this point.
So you.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if you don't feel like you have a pressing need to go first.
Oh, you got to do your encounter card. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is all right. I'm going to throw probably 2 Ellies at this.
So much for charisma, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, there's just nothing. There's no relics left in my deck at this point.
Actually, hold on. I have like a billion cards in my hand. I might be able to give you a willpower. I can give you a Faustian bargain, no problem.
Oh yeah, sure. So that would be testing 5 versus 4. So if I throw 2 Ellies in and you throw it, if you could throw in a Faustian, that would be great. Okay, fantastic.
-3 because we have Doom on our location. So it
wow.
Connects. Yeah. No. Scales.
Yeah. No, but it was 6 versus. Oh,
it's 4. This one. Yeah, this one's high. That's okay. Whatever.
Well, goodbye field work.
Okay.
I was going to have a very nice +4 on that search, but.
Okay, I got an Ill Omen. It's Peril. Choose a location where there's at least 1 investigator, so not a real choice here. Place a Doom. Each location, everyone gets horror. Okay, so we're on a second Doom. It's good that the Doom is in 1 location, I guess, because the skull kind of evens out. But take a horror. So, board. We need to go to the Tomb of the Ancients. We need to explore from the Tomb of the Ancients. I'm going to deal with these 2 enemies. It's worth noting that the Harbinger is elite, so I can't consult the Harbinger, but I can definitely consult the Vengeful Serpent if I want to. My turn is going to be evade, and then I'll get like some cards on the table, but like I think I can go after you pretty safely. Actually, I should go before you because if I goof it, you might be able to help me.
Sounds good.
Okay. I'm going to start by looking at what's for sale. 4 cards on the Underworld market. I've been going through it relatively well. I think at this point I could probably consider taking the treasure.
Yeah, I think you can. I don't need help with grabbing clues at this point.
Yeah. And lockpicks is just probably straight worse than Thieves Kit. At least the 1 XP version or 0 XP. Okay, I'm going to try evading first the Harbinger of Volusia. It's alert, so I want to succeed by a fair bit. I'm 6-4, which is not good enough. At least I want to hit -3 because of the skull. So I'm going to throw out, I don't need another multi-tool. I actually probably can use my multi-tool on this one because I don't think I'm going to struggle to consult the serpent. So I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8-4. Nice. Succeed by 1. So 9-4. So Harbinger is evaded. I can make decisions whether I want to go through my deck with pickpocketing and lucky cigarettes. It will draw my deck and more. That puts my enemies back in. It's going to happen anyways. So I'm going to draw 1 with pickpocketing. Whoops. So draw 1, gain 1. Nice. I'm going to draw another. I have to shuffle, take a horror. Nice. Drew a weakness. And then all cigarettes to draw 1. Okay. Next, I am going to, I'll take that. So I'll just stack it somewhere and then I'll play for free. Do we think we need clues or should I just do double pocket multi-tool?
I feel like double pocket multi-tool seems quite nice for you here.
Yeah, cool. All right, tool synergy.
Yeah, okay. And then probably you'll nimble your way out of here so we don't have to.
Oh, sick. Yeah, well, it's if we don't want to consult it, but I don't think we want to consult it.
No. So it doesn't have Hunter.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
Okay, but
whatever.
We can deal with that in a couple turns.
Yeah. Okay, so
my strategy to Arkham.
I'm gonna play sneak by because I don't need the boost. I'll do +2 resources on the evade. I will commit nimble. So I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8. I might as well multi-tool unless I'm gonna investigate. What's the shroud for? No, it's kind of all you. Okay, so I'm a lot to 2. Automatically succeed as well. So that gets evaded. I get a free move up to 3 locations, I think, with nimble. That's my second action. And so I have 1 more here. There is a big chance that it was actually right to play the grappling hook because I could have done the double action instead of the multi-tool because I was going to move and do something. Yeah, I think I goofed that. Is that it would have been better to nimble so I could actually get a clue here. But it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I'm assuming there'll be clues at the final location as well. So like I also have a deduction, so I'm probably picking up all of those clues at Tomb of Ancients.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh, you can't quite pay your due.
I'm 1 research short, which is a bit of a bummer. So I don't know what to do. I think I might just play with my treasure. Problem is like I can't use my treasure until I pay my dues, but I'll pay it next turn. So I will spend 2.
You'll just Faustian bargain next turn and you'll be fine.
Okay, that's me. That's all you, man.
All right, so I have to take. Already took off my 3 from the red clock because I don't get to do 2 things. This is why I really need to start being able to move it, but I hope we'll get enough XP here for me to put a twine in. So action 1, we're just gonna walk on out of here.
Welcome to the Tomb of the Ancients. 4 shroud, 2 clues. The ability matters for rope reasons, but not for you.
Yep. So I'm gonna use my free explorer and my field work.
Nice.
So this is +2. So this is I'm 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll go to 9 versus 4.
Nice.
And we'll grab both clues.
So that one's empty. So we know that the place we're going to is, it looks like it's the hourglass. So it should be attached to both the snake pit and to the tomb.
So the question is, should I explore as my, oh wait, I have 2 actions left.
I think you do, right?
I moved, the move explore is a good action.
Yeah. Ursula's great.
I guess, yeah. I think it's probably worth it for me to try and explore here.
Okay. Let's see what we can get.
Nope.
All right. You can still deal with that.
All right. Yeah. So with 1 action left, I will just go for the evade. 4 versus 2.
See if I can boost you because I have more cards than common sense. Actually, I don't have as many cards as I thought I used to. Nah, you're on your. Oh, I could have got an extra action this turn with Honed Instinct. Yeah, I'm goofing this up a bit. That's fine. It's all you. Do you want a boost icon here?
4 versus 2. Like if you can get me to 5 versus 2, that seems worth it. But I have nothing I can boost with here.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
You'll be fine. Cool.
Well. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Enemy face. This hits you.
Yep. I am approaching death because I've got a max of 6, but we're okay.
Yeah, you have Milan too. You'll be fine, right? Right?
Yeah, I should be okay.
Okay, Okay, so these two wake up. They will both hunt, so we have to get out of here. We have to successfully explore. It's 2 cards, though, so it's a 50-50. Well, actually, it's 100%.
I think it's actually guaranteed,
yeah. Yeah, so you're just unlucky there. Resource and card. Okay, and then we go back to Doom. We're at 3 of 12 because there's 2 on the table. We can't clear that, and you start.
Okay. Oh boy, lucky me.
Okay, here we go. I guess you're gonna do some evading. Final mistake, test 2 agility. This test gets +1 difficulty for each Doom. If you fail, take 2 damage. I don't want to take the damage. So at this point, I don't think I will grappling hook. It is not illicit, so my hands are full. So I'm just gonna commit this. So it's 7 to 2. Minus,
draw again.
Pull another one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just pull another one.
Okay, cool. I can cigarette here. I will. Okay. So what do we think we're doing, Gary? You obviously have 2 enemies. I have 1.
Yeah. So like I can evade, and then go to the location and try and wait. Do you even have an enemy?
No, I'm good. I just can't evade your things without engaging them, which is like really ugly. But we have
it's
to
a real
move.
action economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget if we have to do any investigating at the final place. I'm sort of assuming we would.
Do you have enough clues?
I've got
you have
4 clues, so yes.
So my guess is that the location we're getting to is probably both victory and vengeance. So I don't think we need to empty it, but if we want victory, as much as the vengeance will actually make the snake start walking against us.
Yeah. And they're gonna like all just dogpile us at once, but they're gonna do that anyway
because we have rope, right? Like we might be able to just like jump a huge part of the whole board.
Yeah, I think we probably will. Yeah. I'll have +3 on my. Like I will probably be able to evade, because I'll have the red clock for the first evade.
Oh, sick! Yeah, I can boost you here too if you need to.
Yeah, I might need the boost on the second one, and then I can do an explore, grab the thing, and if there's any cluing to do, I can do some cluing there.
Yeah, I'm in. I think you definitely go first, right? Well,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna try and evade here.
Did you get your red clock on that?
Yeah, okay. I'm taking my red clock on this one.
7 to 2.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so this one I could probably use help on because this is going to be 4 to 2 by default, and I have no cards in my hand that I can do it with.
Can only give you 1, of course. There, stealth for +1. So your 5 to 2 is really good. Nice.
Fantastic.
So you have 1 more action.
Okay, so now last action, we will explore.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Nope. That's a miss. And here we go. Chamber of Time.
Okay, so I'll just put a counter card in the 2-card deck, and let's see what the Chamber of Time is. So you move there. 4 shroud, 4 clues. Again, victory 2, vengeance 2, expected. After Chamber of Time enters a play, attach a set aside relic of ages to the Chamber of Time and place 1 doom on Chamber of Time. Ooh, I didn't know that was going to happen. I don't think that has a huge impact. The floor of the central chamber is intricately carved and glows strangely. Let me get the relic. Oh, you got it. Sick. So it does nothing. It is relic traded. It takes up no accessory slot. It has no text, but it does have 3 wild icons at some point that might matter. You have no idea what it is or what it might have been used for, but perhaps with time you could discover its true purpose. And it's a Pokeball floating in spaghetti. Can
we just take this at any point?
No, not unless it lets us.
Okay, so something has to let us.
And on that note, do you want to advance?
Yeah, let's advance.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're going to spend all of them. The relic hums with power and throbs in your hands. Energy from the device seeps into the corridors of the ruins and the structure of the temple shifts. Choose Investigator at the Chamber of Time to take control of the Relic of Ages. Well, it belongs in a museum. I think it's yours. Do you want to grab
it? If you could take it, that would be pretty nice for me, so I don't have to discard my red clock.
It's not an accessory, but also it has to be someone in the chamber. It's only you.
Oh, does it say that?
Yep. An investigator
in the time chamber. Yeah. Oh, but this isn't actually a relic. Okay.
Yeah, it's not slotted, that's so fine. You're totally fine.
Oh, thank goodness. I was like, geez, that's going to ruin my entire build. Okay.
So this gets a bit complicated. Yeah. Move the placement of each location to form a straight line with Chamber of Time on the left and the entryway on the right. Each other location is placed from left to right between these 2 locations in order of how much doom is on them, from lowest to highest. In the event of a tie, you may decide the order. Until the end of the scenario, ignore all location connections. Instead, locations connected to left to right. So we basically make a line from this. We have
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 locations, and this board is not 8 wide. So I think we just do like a zigzag and imagine it goes left to right, like snaking up.
Yep. So
Okay.
the mosaic chamber ends up the closest, right?
Yeah. What does it say? It says until which one's closest? Left to right in order how much doom from lowest to highest. What?
So yes. So lowest to high. So mosaic chamber is the highest doom. So it
it's
goes
on the
furthest
right
to the right.
in front of the
So
entryway.
Yep. So
Okay.
we'll just.
And then everything else is our choice, but we definitely want to put the Tomb of the Ancients at an interesting spot because Investigator Tomb of the Ancients has rope, move to reveal location up to 3 away. So we basically want to put the enemies between us. Like we have to go through the snake pit, which is super cool. So we want to like rope over the snake pit.
Yeah, ideally we want to, I guess actually roping over the mosaic chamber. Oh no, this has 2 enemies on it. So I wonder if we want to do this. I wonder if we want to do the snake pit here and then like next.
The thing is like these enemies are going to move. So we're going to meet them like somewhere closer to the middle.
So yeah, exactly. So we put like one dead location here.
Yeah. Oh wait, this does something, right? Oh, key to Eztli. What's the key of Eztli? We don't have that.
We don't have it. So I'm wondering if I'm just trying to time out when we can rope past, right? Because I'll actually have 2 free moves on my next turn. So even though I'm further away, it won't be a problem for me to get there.
It says only investigators in the chamber time and spend requisite clues. So funny enough, like you can put me towards the exit. Not that like I think you should, but like I forgot that we don't all have to be there. Someone could be like right next to the exit. But I don't think we want to. I think we want to be together.
Oh, actually, no. I could put you right next to the exit if you just want to get out. But
no, I want to help you. It's kind of my job to help with enemies.
I mean, here's the thing. Wait, hold on.
Also,
I'm just out of here next.
You need me for rope, so I can't leave.
Oh, got it. Okay. I think we don't. So I think we want this order slightly different.
This should be further towards the exit.
Yeah, because we want to skip all the way to the mosaic chamber.
It should be here.
No. It should be it should be like this.
Yeah.
Where we kind of zigzag our way up.
Connection lines are getting really ugly right now. I don't know if there's a way to turn them off, but what can you do?
Yeah.
So the issue is, okay, so like your turn is almost over. Again, we could get the victory vengeance here if we really want to. I think the victory is worth it. But the problem is
I can.
They're going to move. This guy's going to start moving too. The Serpent Guardian is going to start moving if we get the vengeance. And the idea is that we have to jump from rope to here, which means we'll end up here. Yeah, that's good. That's reasonable. I like this.
Yeah, the tricky thing is, I guess we could maybe move it one further back if we want me to try and clear out this Chamber of Time, because this is going to take me probably 2 turns to clear.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Hold on though. Before we do anything more, we have to advance to the next thing. So final act, escape the ruins. The ruins are shuddering with a tremendous power. You fear that the structure may collapse if this keeps up. You have to escape with the relic. While there are 3 or more vengeance points in the victory display, each serpent enemy gets +1 evade. Ooh, that's not good. And if each undefeated investigator has resigned advance, you can't inherently resign unless you have cards in your deck that allow you to resign, but otherwise you can always resign on the entryway. Let's get rid of this Eztli Ruins card.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to tap my field work. I still get my free investigate after all that.
Yeah, I know. Also, funny enough, we can't explore anymore, so we can't add any more locations. Not that I think we'd be really excited to do it.
Yeah. It's kind of strictly good that we have 1 fewer location to get through.
Yeah, exactly. So force round, what are you at?
I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8 versus
nice.
4. 8 versus 4. It's
-5 isn't real. -5 is not a real thing. It's one of.
But I'm not going to play this card, right? And I'm not going to use book for a test. So
-1. You get
so -3 because there's Doom.
Oh, there's Doom. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Did you get Milan? I think this turn.
I have not yet.
Nice. Okay. So it is me. I'm up here with some snakes. You evaded both these snakes, so I think I'm just going to do some consulting work, right?
I think so.
Okay. So I have to deal with my pay your dues. Let's look at the top 2 of the deck. Courage and Thieves Kit. No, I'll put Courage on the top because it is technically playable. Okay. So beginning my turn, I have to evade. I think I might just let them come at. I want to pay your dues, but I think I'll do that second click. So first I'll engage. Then I'll evade. I'm at 6 to 2. The vengeance threshold hasn't.
How are you going to pay your dues then?
I'll make money from pickpocketing.
Not enough though. You'd be 1 short.
But I'll pay it with an action left. for 5, I think.
Oh, this isn't an action to. No, this is an event. So don't
Yeah.
you have to spend an action to play it?
Yeah. Well,
So engage, evade.
I'm going to try and get one back with honed. Yeah.
Got it.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm 6 to 2. I don't really want to boost here, so I'm gonna boost into the multi-tool. I might as well just like send the whole everything.
Yeah.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 2. I have to succeed by 2. That's pull another. That's good. So a couple things happen. Firstly, I already got cigarette, but I draw 2, gain 2. It has been consulted. I can play honed instinct to get a free action back because I was engaged evade, get the action back. Can I play a second one? Max 1 per round.
Does it say limit?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say I started printing max limit.
I figured it out after a while. After they're like, wait, rogues can play forever. And then I'll just pay 5, and I'll pay your dues for an action on top of that. And then I'm gonna move some money over. I am poor, but it's okay. It's for the future. Investing. Got to spend money to make money. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Enemies come at us. So these 2 are grouped up here. These are the hunters. This is the last Vengeful Serpent, so the other ones aren't going to come back for a minute. Oh, this one doesn't move yet because I don't think we hit Vengeance 3 just yet.
Oh, are we not at Vengeance? Wait, does this location not? Oh, it only gets Vengeance when you clear it out.
Yeah, exact same as Victory.
Got it.
Yeah. So it's your choice to interact with it if you want the victory. I really like that you're making your decisions.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Okay, how much we've gotten 2 XP so far. So yeah, I kind of do want to grab 2 more XP.
So what XP have we got? This is XP, right?
Yeah, and then
this is XP.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
Yeah, I feel like we want more than 2.
We probably get some for getting out, but yeah, I hear you. All right, card and resource. All right, I don't know if I'll replace stealth.
Oof.
What you get?
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
Not great.
Not great. All right, we're at 4 of 12 because of locations. What do you got?
Ooh, cool. Another one.
Big snake. So 353, Serpent from Yath. This is the big one. This is victory, mind you.
Retaliate.
Unfortunately, because we are unable to do damage, we'll almost never interact with victory on enemies. So while there are 1 or more victory vengeance points, it gets retaliate and it gets hunter. So good luck, man. I'll come get you at some point. Oh, we haven't seen Deep Dark for the whole scenario so far. Put in play next to the agenda deck, and no more than 1 clue may be discovered from each location by each investigator each round. So it limits what you can do at each location. And at the other round, discard a copy of Deep Dark, max 1 per round, because these can stack. I think there's 2 or 3, maybe even 3 of them. So just 1 clue.
So
that's fine.
Do we want to take an audible on clearing out this location?
Yeah, I'd consider it.
Yeah,
because otherwise you're standing there with like enemies you're evading over and over again. That's pretty bad now.
Yeah.
Unless I make my way over to you, which like I can actually rope over to you.
No. Because like I think moving doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. The move action does.
Oh yes, an action does. Yes.
The move action does. So the red clock movement can just move me right to you here.
Whoa.
I still probably have to do evades. And then I have to wait a turn for all the bosses to come by. But I think that's okay.
If I go first, though, I can use Tomb of the Ancients to move to you, and it'll connect our 2 locations for the whole round. So it actually saves you some movement. I don't know if that's valuable or not.
It doesn't save me movement, though, because I'm moving for free here, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Move 2 for free.
So yeah, I think that's just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to and then I have 3 shots at evading these guys. I guess the one possibility would be if I stay here, I can throw my Inquiring Mind, but it doesn't make that big of a difference, honestly.
Yeah, not that big.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do field work, but so it goes.
Okay. So are you moving?
Yeah, I'm going to use my red clock to do 2 free moves to the Tomb of the Ancients.
Okay.
And then we're just going to try and evade a bunch. Okay, so these guys don't have alerts, so I should be okay to fail a couple of evades here.
Yeah, I think I have more cards to commit if you need them. Yeah, I can give you at least 1. Okay,
let's start with the 4 versus 3. I don't even know if it's worth committing anything. I think I just take a couple swings at this.
No, I'll give you my card draw at this point is absurd. I can't give you 1 for sure.
Okay.
Just beat the -2.
That's good.
That's -1.
And fantastic. And then 4 versus 2, I think this one I'm happy to, unless you really want to throw another card in.
Nah.
Yeah.
I need to consult the big guy. That's -1. Nice.
I don't really have a useful thing to do for my last action. I'm going to throw down the Grim War in
If you're
case
worried
we.
about Yig, you could deal with Yig maybe.
Milan's going to tank it at this point.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So it's me. Okay. So I'm going to start with this Vengeful Serpent, 6-2. I don't need to do anything about it. Oh, what's for sale? At this point, like when it's 3 cards, I wish I just kept them face up because it's really annoying. Do you need horror healing? Nah.
No. Yeah, I think next turn we just get out of here.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna evade first, 6-2. -5? What? Okay, I guess. All right, I'll go.
That ruins your entire turn, doesn't it? Oh, I guess you have honed instinct, so you're okay.
I'll do 5-2 again, or sorry, 6-2 again. Whatever. That is -2.
Is that Doom at your location or Doom on the
number
board?
of locations with Doom?
Locations with Doom. Yeah, so it's 2.
Okay, so I succeed by 2. So this goes here. I have a chance of drawing to Fletcher relatively soon, but I'm going to start with 2 pickpocketing. Pickpocketing is do both instead. You can't choose to only do one if you succeed by too many. And then I probably won't cigarette. Oh, actually, no, I need a cigarette because I need to hit the one that gets me to succeed by 2. Yeah, there you go. I drew this. Fast play when you would succeed a skill test. I don't think I actually have this in my hand at the right time because this is after you succeed. Yeah, I don't think I can play it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm out of actions. I probably should have boosted in because I have to remember honed instinct. So
wait, don't you have a honed? Oh, you don't have a honed instinct here because you didn't succeed by 3.
Yeah, exactly. I was 1 short. So I probably should have.
I guess you could Yig.
I can't beat it by that much. Let's see if willpower icons.
Oh, that's true.
But
no,
yeah, whatever. I'll try it. Like, might as well try it.
Yeah, just throw your Faust in.
Yeah, 3-2. I will do multi-tool. So it's 5-2. I will throw Fast in, 6-2. I will.
It's actually, isn't it 6-4 because of the Ancestral Fear?
Oh yeah, +1 difficulty for each vengeance point in the victory display. So it's 6-4. Yeah, whatever. I'll just get rid of this. Here we go. -3.
Oh well.
Oh well. That's a rough turn. I will move resources here.
I'm realizing now my plan to escape doesn't make as much sense when one of us is going to get like 1 million enemies stuck to them.
Yeah, but
like,
I can deal with it. I can evade, then move once.
I mean, you can just the Summer Detective always attaches to me.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll probably just honestly, because we go 1, 2, 3, so I give 1.
These
2,
come in 1.
Yeah. I mean, I can just tank 3 hits off of it. I think
off the detective.
Yeah, because Milan will tank a full hit.
Just watch out. You have -1 health, right? Because of curse.
Yeah, but I've got effectively Milan gives me that 1 health back.
Yeah.
So I would be taking. Oh wait, am I just dead if I tank all 3?
Yes.
I think I might be.
Yeah, you'd be dead because this can't get to 6. Your actual number. All right. Well, let's do card of resource and see what the Mythos phase looks like.
Yeah, fair enough.
1, 2. Oh wait, I have ethereal slip. I can like piece out of here, but you need me to hit the rope button. 1, 2, 3. 4,
I can just
5,
go
6,
first
7, 8, 9.
I
think you're right.
I wonder if it's worth it for me to run to the exit, not exit, and drop the detective, and then you can just ethereal slip.
It has to be 2 away.
Okay. Well, that's not going to work then.
Yeah, that's okay. Deep Dark is gone.
Yeah,
we're at half of 6 of 12, and you get the first card. No damage. This is new. Wrath of Yig.
Test 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each vengeance point in the victory display. If you fail, put a set-aside poison weakness into play in your threat area if you cannot take 2 damage. Ugh.
Yo, I don't want to jinx it, and I know this is jinxing it. Oh, there's no icon here that cares about poison. It's only the encounter deck. This one doesn't have an autofail on poison. I forgot about that.
Oh, and I might be able to just get rid of poison at home at some point, I guess.
Yeah, medicine.
Let's see.
Wait, I can boost. You're fine. You're fine. It's
fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, there's no offer there. No offer pending on the table.
Speaking of it, I'm going to take another damage. Good thing you're not poisoned. Surge on the creeping poison. And okay, fog, whatever.
Yeah,
Shroud big. Okay. So here we need to plan it out. So let's talk about it. We have 3 enemies. There is an action to move 3 ahead, which will put us 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, it drops us. Wait, does it drop us in the snake pit? Did we put this in the worst place possible?
Oh, we did.
We did. Okay. Into the snake pit we go.
Wow, we are just absolute. It's like if I was playing this solo, I'd totally be like, oh yeah, it's not relevant yet. We could rearrange like some of these ones, but no, it totally does matter.
Oh man, we jump straight into the snake pit. What have we done?
We're so dumb. Oh, this is beautiful.
Okay, it's still worth doing. It's up to 3, so you can always end up going here. The problem is like you have to do that and go in, otherwise these things will hit us. Like we're in a really awkward spot.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm going to go back for these victory points now that we've just committed to going a different way.
I don't know, man. You can always jump back with an action because I have the rope. Yeah. Because it's any investigator at that location has rope.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's some permutation. Like ideally, I think because one of the reasons I actually want to go back is if we can grab the +2 vengeance, the Serpent Guardian moves. And then we can tank the pipe. We can like probably come up with some permutation where we tank the pit vipers.
I can tank a couple of them on the basis that I'm already poisoned. So like, I don't care.
Oh, I forgot that they poison. That
these are bad. Annoying. I can't believe we put the snake pit right by the door. Was that on us? Like maybe we should have put it here.
That was totally on us.
We're like, we'll jump over it. I'm kidding. We'll jump straight into it. Do you have binoculars? Hilarious. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's only when you put this into play. Okay.
Yeah.
Very funny.
This is I hope someone in the comments was like, I saw this coming from like
a mile away,
20 minutes away.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we're gonna have to live with it. So we're gonna have to.
Okay. I'm trying to think. So I can actually, because I have a 4-action turn here.
Yeah. You have a detective.
Have a detective, so I can like dodge detective.
Yeah.
Rope up to the snake pit. Oh, but these guys are so close. Ugh.
Yeah, they hit in either direction. They don't have a prey text, right? Like they just can go whenever we want them. Like so, if I end up in the Grand Chamber, they can come for me. Like I can get in the way.
Yeah, as long as I step out to the mosaic, because I think they would have to go closest.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, Serpent Guardian's aloof, isn't he?
Right now, yeah. Right now. Yes.
Okay, so I think my turn is dodge, move, dodge once. Oh, I can't dodge, and move. Ugh.
Do I jump into the pit?
If you jump into the pit, I don't get to follow you, though.
Yeah, you can. Until the end of the round, it's considered to be connected and vice versa.
End of the round. Okay.
Yeah. Not turn, right? Round, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, you have 2 enemies on you already.
Yeah, so it would be... So I'm hoping... Okay, so like this is my best case, right? I am hoping that I can land a Honed Instinct with a Daring Maneuver. I can swap in. I can also like probably do some shenanigans with Ethereal Slip. Like that's always seems like the most powerful card on any board state for some reason. But the idea is that if I do evade, move, get an action, I evade 1 snake, and then you just come in after me, and then we get hit by these. That's just gonna happen, I reckon.
Yeah, the just get hit by these I don't love. They
hit hard. And slip doesn't work on elites, so I can only slip the vengeful. The other option,
and we have no way of getting past the thing.
Is if you go first, you evade your detective, you jump into the pit, and then you can evade 1 or 2 of these. I'm not actually sure. I think you have 4 actions. I can Ethereal Slip the Vengeful Spirit to push it here. I'll be engaged with the Harbinger. I evade the Harbinger, and I come in after you. That means that nobody gets hit by the Harbinger.
That's not a bad... The other option, right?
Yeah.
Is we just stall here for a turn, let the Harbinger come close.
That's actually very reasonable. And maybe I'll have time to consult some stuff.
Yeah, and then we do the like... Because I think that's... To me, that feels better.
We just really don't want to take that 3rd Vengeance because of this Guardian.
Well, no, because if we do get a 3rd Vengeance, the Guardian will start moving, right?
Oh, it depends why.
Oh, no. Yeah, because if we get off the encounter deck, then we're pretty mad.
But like, it's not the end of the world. 2 damage, I can probably soak that. I have another coat, and I have like 3 soak with the Curse of Yig.
I don't like any of these plans.
No, that last one's a good one. I think sitting tight is like very, very reasonable. And we just jump into the pit next turn. I think that's totally fine. It's just like, I don't know what your turn is.
Yeah, my turn gets annoying because it's like, I think it's like move 1. Like I have to take a hit basically from this stubborn detective at some point.
No, just evade it.
What it ends up being.
I think you might want to evade it and then like engage 1 of mine, like evade the serpent for me.
Yeah.
because then I can spend more actions consulting than actually like just evading.
Okay, yeah, that seems fair. Okay, so I'll have 4 actions, I guess. Do I want the move 2 at some point instead?
You'll get it by
No,
the
'cause I'm
time
not
you
gonna
need it.
move. Yeah. Yeah, let's just do a 4-action turn here. Someone else can figure out what I should have done instead.
Okay.
4 versus 2.
Wait,
We'll just
did you
take
put a charge on this yet?
I did, yeah.
Okay. So sorry, you pulled a 0. That's fine. I saw it. It counts.
Okay.
I pulled it. I saw it. It was there. All right.
Okay. So then I will engage your Vengeful Serpent.
Nice. Okay, I can boost this if you want. I think I should. I'll give you just I don't know, maybe holding the slip is good.
Yeah.
I'll give you a slip.
I would hold the slip. No, hold the slip.
But then I don't know what
I feel like the slip. I guess yeah. You don't want to give me any of these other ones. So
like trench coat would be the only other option, but like this is my only soak in the whole.
You want the soak? Yeah. Yeah. I guess we don't have a clear use for slip.
Yeah. Here, you have it.
Oof.
That's okay. No alert. You got one more.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we did it.
Okay. Nailed it. Okay. So I'm going to start evading stuff. I'm going to stop looking at my deck here because I know exactly what it is and I don't want any of them. Actually, the horror one is like the only interesting one. It's on top. Okay. So I will evade this. I'm 6-3. I want to succeed by a margin. I'll do manual dexterity for 8-3. I think this is the one that it's the hardest to, consult, but it's the one that's the most interesting to consult. So I'll do 8-3. I think that's good enough. My +1. Okay. So firstly, I will play honed. So I have an extra action. So it takes no actions. Sorry. I should flip these over. It's evaded, of course. And I will pickpocketing through my deck. Like Fletch is 1-13. I'm doing it. I won't do my cigarettes though. I'll do one at a time. So 1. Nice. 1. Oh, free action. Okay. That's good to have in my pocket. Fantastic. I should be playing more of these. Okay. Which one do you think we should consult? Like, is it better to consult your detective?
I'm trying to think which of these makes it like, it just depends because like all of these we basically have to consult, I think. I'm trying to think which ones I could tank, right? But it's like, they pretty much all kill me. Because just at some point, like I think we need to tank stuff.
I'll try and consult 2. I think I'll do with the stubborn because I think I'm better evading than you are. So like this gives you actions.
Yeah,
so
you definitely are.
First of 3 now, I'll engage that. Then I'll consult it. I'm at 8-2. I have to succeed by 2. I might as well just put a multi-tool. Actually, I don't need to do that. 8-2. Succeed by 2. Ugh. Okay. That is 1-2. So I'm just consulting your detective. I think that's totally fine. 8-2. I might as well just use these both now. Okay, it's gone.
Cool.
I will move 2 resources over to the treasure. And that's it. Enemy phase. These 2 keep coming at us.
Yep.
This thing wakes up. I'll take both of them.
Okay.
Card and resource.
This makes sense.
It's Fletcher. You know it's Fletcher. It's always Fletcher. And we're back to the Mythos phase. I feel like we were just here a minute ago.
We went through a whole complex turn and it really just didn't go our way.
We ended up just like spinning in a circle. Okay. What do you get?
Deep Dark. Don't mind too much.
Okay. Nice. So that doesn't matter. I get Deep Dark. Fine.
That's fantastic.
Easy. So we want to get rid of 1 each, but we don't care about clues. So no change in Mythos phase. So this is the turn that we jump in. Do you jump into the pit first? Double snake it?
Yeah, I think I jump into the pit. Double snake. It's like, do I evade 1, then move 1, I think? I think
you get hit twice for 2 damage, though. That's not good. And then you have to worry about the aloof guy.
The aloof guy doesn't hit me, does he?
No. But like you have to evade twice, move 1.
No, I just don't have the actions for that. So it's just I move 1 and then walk, and I just get hit twice.
So should I go first?
No, because your whole turn's evade.
That is not incorrect.
I guess you have some extra actions probably.
But I think I might be better at tanking the poison. Oh, but then I get hit by both of them. That's kind of good.
I think it's better for me to get poisoned and do some of the tanking here because we'll be like basically at the end, so I don't like we'll deal with the repercussions later.
Okay. I definitely have to move though because of these two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You definitely do. I just don't know. Like, man, you're good. I was wondering if I should have taken one of those 3 guys, but
I think we only should have if the
done.
draw of Fletcher was the 1 in 11. That's the only punish, is that you should have this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever.
Oh, okay. Here's something fun.
Yeah.
I actually am going to get a +2 on my first evade here. That's hilarious.
Are you able to?
As field work, yeah.
Oh, when you move, yeah,
because the snake pit has the clue.
Yeah.
So coming in clutch.
So action, check your supplies. Investigator 2 ancient ruins has rope. That's me. Move to revealed up to 3 okay until the end of the 3 away until the end of the round. 2 ancients considered connected. So they're connected. You get 2 snakes.
This is hilarious that we did this to ourselves, but so it goes. I guess I could evade both and let them.
I think you might let her ride. It's way better than 2 damage. Like I think you might evade twice.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough.
You also
we'll
have
do the first evade this.
You have inquiring mind if you need it.
Oh, that's true. I could do that for the second evade because I'd want to spread this out. So this is +2, so I'm 6 versus 3.
You got fieldwork? You gonna tap it or?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 to 3 is good. Nice. I got it.
Great. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll inquiring mind to go 6 versus to go 7 versus 3.
Anti-poison technology. Fuck.
Oof.
All right, it'll be a bit poisoned. It's fine. It's just a bit of poison.
It's fine. It's just some poison.
Never hurt anyone. Okay.
Yeah. No, poison's all good.
All right, I'm refusing to interact with Aesop over there. Let's start evading some stuff. So I don't have any weaknesses in my deck, so I can just draw wantonly. I'm going to start with the littlest guy. I'm going to do 5 to 2. And I'm going to leave these in the dust, which I think is really sick. I don't have to consult them. So sorry, 6 to 2 on Serpent, +1. So I succeed by a lot. So I'm going to draw 3 cards, gain 2 credits. Can I quick thinking? No, but I will later. So that's 1 action. Serpent is done. Okay. Next, I will evade this Serpent. I'm at 6. I'll watch this 7 for 3. And I'll do quick thinking 8 to 3. I have to succeed by 2 or more. So I might as well multi-tool 10 to 3. Love it. Make all my money back. Plus, I will evade this. I'll get an action back. So that was 1, 2. Wait, no. So it's 1, 2, but then I gain 1 back. So I only spent 2. Then I'll evade Fletcher 6 to 3. I might as well keep boosting.
Maybe you'll engage this Pit Viper for me.
There is a small chance, yeah. I'll do 8 to 3 with the multi-tool. That is -2, right? That's the locations.
Yep. So 6 to 3.
Yeah, number of locations. Okay, 6 to 3, 8 to 3. So that's evaded. Okay. So that's 2 evades, right? Yeah. So I'll swift reflexes to get in action. I'll use that action immediately to move. I'm so bad at the action tracker. I should really fix it. So I actually can't deal with your Pit Viper. I don't have enough actions to engage it, right?
No worries. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you could just engage. You could.
I'll
you
just take it.
I'll just take damage for it.
I'll just take it so you don't get poisoned. Okay. That was a turn.
I feel like we're being maybe a little precious about that poison, but
yeah.
What do I know?
Poison follows you forever, man, until you medicine it. And we don't have medicine, right?
That's
okay,
true,
enemy phase. These all wake up eventually, but first these 2 hunt backwards at us. This thing is still aloof. Its location gets +2 shroud, whatever. And I get hit. I already have poison, so I'm going to take a damage to the face. Card and resource. Oh my God, we got out of that. Oh, I meant to move 2 here to treasure. Sorry, I totally forgot.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. All right. We kind of recovered from that. We obviously set up the worst possible situation for us. Like, it's hard to make a map that bad out of all the options.
Yeah, we somehow managed to make the worst possible map in really impressive fashion.
I'll take this.
Evade, move. I'm just worried if you get. I guess no. If the Serpent Guardian becomes alert, I'll grab him because I will have the actions to evade and move, and I'll have plenty of bonus evades. So
yeah, and I think I can tank these snakes. There's just no way that you want to get poisoned this late in the scenario.
Yeah, if you can avoid it. Okay.
I think we 8 at 12.
Up the...
Yeah, it's all you.
Cool.
Peril.
I'm going to place a Doom on the agenda track.
Okay, so it goes on our location, right?
Oh, it goes on our location?
Yeah. So just watch
there's
out.
already a Doom here. Yeah, yeah.
Not
or
on
did
ours.
you just put that in? Okay.
That's an automatic track of the board. It's like, it's smart. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh,
so we're at 9 of 12.
Cool.
Just watch out. That has surge. Now the skull on our location is -3. That's the only impact.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's better than turning on the Serpent Guardian. So
Yeah, it's peril, so I can't weigh in. But now that we're
Yeah,
done
yeah.
resolving, 100%. I think it was better.
Yeah. Crypt Chill. That's fine.
Whatever.
That's fine. You know what? We'll commit a segment of Onyx +1 just for shits and giggles.
4/4.
Actually, wait, hold on. Let's practice make perfect. I forget
Are
if
you
I even have
committing
a
it or
card that I
playing
can
it?
get.
I don't think you
I'm
have.
playing it. I don't think I have a practice skill that works here.
Maybe
No, I definitely don't.
Is
I
Eureka
definitely
innate
don't.
or practiced?
Eureka is innate.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely not worth playing. I could commit it.
Yeah, you
but,
can commit it.
But like I can just throw out my magnifying glass as well because I'm
Yeah.
not investigating.
Yeah,
so
I don't think this is important. That's -3 now.
Cool,
It's fine.
-3. Yep.
Bye, glass. Okay.
Bye.
Oh my lord, I'm in a pit as well.
Oh,
might have some issues. That's fine.
Do you want me to go first and try and unentomb you? Or at least reduce the difficulty?
It says if you succeed, if you fail, reduce the difficulty of this test by 1 until the end of the round. Oh yeah, so you would actually impact it for me as well. Yeah.
Cool.
Because you don't have much to do. You have to move slightly, right?
Yeah, so I get if I go first, I can get +3 on this first test with the red clock.
Nail it.
I shouldn't have committed that Onyx because obviously this test is way more important.
Yeah, that's fine.
But so it goes. So I am testing 7 versus 4.
Yeah, for now.
I might be able to boost choices on that.
Your agility?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give you +1. Daring maneuver. Doesn't matter.
Okay. So that's 8 versus 4.
Yeah, that's great.
Actually, that doesn't make any difference. 7 versus 4 and 8 versus 4 is the same. Hey.
Whoa, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's
take it.
Kind of good. Yeah.
That's really good.
So I'll get rid of that for you. And then I move. I have nothing to do here. It's just, I guess I could get to move and resign this turn instead of next turn. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So you're out. So it's only me. For those who don't know, it doesn't change any cards that say like per investigator. It still continues on. But okay, so it's my turn. I'm not going to look at my cell deck, so I just have a couple actions here to go. So first, I'll evade a Pit Viper. I'm going to do 8-3 with this multi-tool. Good. Succeed by a lot. Succeed by 3. So I'm going to draw all my cards, gain all my credits. There's no more weaknesses, I don't think. So this is not for bad. I think we're going to get out. Okay.
I think so.
Then I'll evade this one. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do watch this for style and quick thinking for style. This is my second action. So it's a lot to 3. I succeed by more than 2. So I go up to 10 resources. I get an action back. This has been evaded. I have 2 more actions. Oh, I can't get out this turn, can I? No, I can't get out this turn. That's fine. I'll survive one more turn.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to just do move. That's it, right?
All right.
Okay.
I think so.
So these wake up. They don't have Hunter. But speaking of Hunter, this does. I love this scenario, how the snakes just end up chasing you. This does have Hunter. So does this one. And Kymani is just, or sorry, not Kymani, Fletcher's and just there with all the snakes. Just they're all on the same team at this point.
Yeah. Those themes are, I always love this. Like, oh yeah, this detective is following me to the ends of the earth because I stole a loaf of bread or something.
You owe someone money and they show up underwater at the end of the world, be like, hey, where's my money? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I just want to keep the most icons that will help me in this test. I reckon the book is the least good one. And that should be that. So we jump to here. We get rid of the last Deep Dark. We're at 10 and 12. Okay. And I'm drawing the only encounter card. So that is place 1 Doom on your location and discard. This cannot cause it to advance. Obviously, Jeff, you can't talk, Peril, but I'm going to put the Doom on my location.
Yep.
So that's technically 11, but it's worth noting it only advances if the card says this may cause it to advance or you hit the Mythos stage that checks. So.
And it would be a 14 anyway. So.
Oh, yeah, right. +2. Yeah, very true.
We've got plenty of time.
Deep Dark. We were so lucky that we drew all of these at the point in time where they stopped mattering because they are really annoying if you get them early. This thing.
I don't know. I would have liked to have tried for the Chamber of Time, but
yeah, well, that's true. We did draw them at that point, but exploring the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna resign. I think that's it.
I think that's it.
I think we managed
don't forget to put 2 more on the embezzled treasure.
I think it's maxed at 10, so I've done all my work I can.
Bummer.
Yeah, but it says when you resign or the game ends, for every 2 resources on investigator of your choice begins the next scenario of the campaign with 1 additional resource. So I'll take 3, you take 2.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. What resolution we get? So we are out. It says, avoiding doom. As soon as you cross the threshold of the entryway, something inside the temple begins to change. If an investigator resigned with the Relic of Ages under their control, yes, the floor of the temple stops shaking and the dull humming in the walls goes quiet. Without the relic in its chamber, the ruins appear to be sleeping once more. You still have no idea what the object is or what its purpose may be, but you dare not tarry any longer to find out. Resolution 1. Where do we put that book? Okay. Resolution 1. Each defeated investigator should resolve investigator defeat first. We're good. The following is scrawled below the previous journal entry. It was a Thursday, if I'm not wrong. The outside of the temple ruins appeared Aztec in origin, but once we breached the interior, it became clear that these buildings had a very different and inhuman origin. The ruins were alive. The grooves in the wall were illuminated as though powered by electricity, and a faint hum of energy reverberated through the halls. In spite of the serpent creatures, we were able to reach a hidden passage that led deeper underground. In the central chamber of these underground halls, we found our prize, a steel orb of unknown origin, gently humming and glowing with a dim blue light. It was attached delicately to a bronze frame, appearing almost religious in its significance, and we knew it could have not been made by the Aztecs. With the artifact in tow, we fled the ruins. The building had started to crumble around us as though the orb was the only thing keeping it standing. Had it been powering the ruins like a battery? What exactly was the device that the serpents guarded so fervently? Maria was waiting for us with the trucks when we finally reached the northern edge of the rainforest. We're getting the hell out of this serpent-infested jungle while we still can. All right, record that the investigators recovered the Relic of Ages. 1 investigator must add it to their deck. The card does not count towards investigator's deck size. It's a relic, right? There's flavorfully no other way that you're not taking it.
No, of course.
Fantastic. If the Harbinger of Volusia is still in play or set aside, record in your campaign log that a Harbinger is still alive. For each Vengeance point that in Victory display, record 1 tally mark under Yig's Fury. So that would be 2?
2.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And it says each investigator earns experience equal to Victory X. That's a very low number, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2, I believe.
What did
1 from Throne Room, 1 from Grand Chamber.
Okay. All
That's it.
Maybe we'll get some more here. A lot of resolutions to this one. And it just says, interlude expeditions end. Cool. All right. So it's going to be stuck safe with us, but I think that's going to wrap up our little deck dive today on this. I think this deck is really good, this Kymani one. It just, you kind of need stealth and it'll only get better. We had to do a lot of evading. Not that fighting would be that much better here with the snakes. Jeff?
Yeah, stealth would be really nice for you here.
Oh yeah, would have saved us like 6-7 actions, I think, throughout the whole thing. Upgraded stealth, that is.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining me.
Cool.
And
thanks for having me. Catch you later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, if there ever was an audience that's going to be less confused when I say clicks instead of actions and credits instead of resources, this is going to be it. So hopefully you had fun. Shout out to Jeff. They got in some games on a Sunday morning. I had a lot of fun. And again, I feel really embarrassed that we forgot about half the Kymani text. And I imagine there's going to be some YouTube comments about that. Regardless, I'm a huge Arkham Horror fan. I've been playing Arkham Horror basically since the day it came out. I have a friend group we've been playing for like now 7 years, and I think we've gone through about 26 different campaigns to date. So definitely something I'm really enjoying. I had a lot of fun doing that. Maybe we'll do that again at some point in the future, but largely happy April Fools. Again, we have a GNK just tomorrow. If you want to learn how to play Netrunner, you have a bit of time to get that together. But otherwise, shout outs to all the patrons that help support the channel. Greatly appreciated. Enjoy the recommended content, and we'll see you in a bit. Good luck with all those snakes.